to kill Mikey because he wants vampires to sparkle.
It's not 2008, alright? It was a bad time for all of us.
My brothers wanted to see it, my younger brothers. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I've heard that story before.
So, anyway, last time, you guys, after having reclaimed and properly taken ownership over the airship and having a night's rest, you guys awoke on the ship and started sort of readjusting things, causing confusion in the town by the fact that there was a boat in the middle of the market.
Right, guards get lost.
Some guards decided that they were following orders to wanting to know what was happening with the airship. Some stayed on board when the airship was moved. You guys also reconnected with Dark and Bark, as well as your new party member Dio, who was being followed around by Dark and Bark. And you guys basically moved the airship out to the docks area. And then all sort of split off amongst yourselves to do your own thing. We had an attempt at selling a boat and also getting quotes on things.
Sell your ship.
so much.
Technically, I own your ship now. I claimed it.
Last week, Fitz, you were technically deemed dead according to the books that that Johnny went out and got them subscribed into his name. This is what you get when you miss a game.
Yeah. Also, I'm charismatic as fuck.
Also, you get no payment. We received a ship instead.
We got a boat instead of money.
But you have like a really cool room and stuff in it.
There's a giant ball of yarn in it.
By all rights, should probably be first mate.
Dio bonded with Falcor by feeding him fish and communicating with him. And Falcor gifted Dio his gift of flight, which Dio failed at defusing from later and got a point of exhaustion.
I'm asleep.
You're not asleep. You had disadvantage on ability checks, basically.
You had a sweet rave, and then you didn't sleep enough.
No,
It's
I think
okay,
it
I'm
taxes.
in the papoose, so it's all good.
I'm
still mad about that.
If it's relevant, I'll check it up.
It's my papoose now.
Luggage went out and went lumberjacking and has returned to the airship where a huge kerfuffle of people has started to crowd the opening part of the airship near where you guys had landed, with Johnny in the midst of this crowd, who seemed to be following in the direction of what they saw was a flying demon thing. Most of
Oh yeah, that's right.
Drew went on top deck to find out what was going on. Luggage was coming around the side of the airship and saw this chaos go off. So one of the first things I'd like to do is, Fitz, can you roll me an intelligence?
Am I already being attacked?
No.
Intelligence, not
Fitz basically has been in his room doing things.
Playing with the giant ball of yarn.
It's fucking awesome. You're fine.
18.
He really likes the ball of yarn.
You basically, during the morning, you were disturbed by the sound of just chaos in general, and realised when you finally woke up that the main schematic of the ship that you had a copy of was gone, because Drew has wandered in and taken it. But
Couldn't make sense to your shit, so I left that.
But you had already copied out the schematic into your own understanding and broken down the ship. And basically, as all the noise of everything's been going on, you've just been sitting there messing around with this, sort of trying to design different things. At one point during the morning, Dark wandered in, saw you, brought you coffee, and then left again. You can assume that Dark is just...
for you.
You can assume Dark's just basically being in the kitchen of the airship.
What's it?
No, it's just a coffee. If anything, Johnny made it, so if it's poisoned, you'll have to ask him.
That's also really good.
I think it was a natural 20 coffee.
Yeah, it was.
It's really good for once.
Yeah, for once. I don't have any points of shift.
During your morning of study and things, you've worked out how it would be possible to reorganize the cockpit into being a single operated area. But you've concluded that you need to occupy the captain's quarters area to be able to have everything wired into the right location. So that's what you've worked out from that. And you've also worked out how to incorporate the sort of mechanics of the ship's sort of flight system. And you can, at some point, create a mini collapsible glider. So you've just got to go out material hunting. You figure, depending on what kind of deal you need, you probably, depending on the size of the creature that you want to be able to use the glider, you'll probably need about 5 to 10 gold based off how heavy the creature is. And the glider will collapse basically into a quarter of the size of the total size that it pops out for, which needs to be double the size of the creature that's gliding off it.
Okay.
So, in terms of working out your mini mechanics, that's what you've worked out.
I don't think I'd be able to get it.
You've also got kind of a vague understanding of how you can incorporate this into possibly being a portable flying one on its own, but you have no idea how you're going to get A to B. But it's a start. And then there is a sound of commotion outside.
I guess this will step out.
Okay.
I'm just in the crowd being like, pay for the boat! Can't stop moving!
He's just yelling at different people.
Yeah.
Yep. Luggage, you see this massive crowd with Johnny yelling at different people. No, it's supposed to be you paying. No, you're paying. And they're all kind of looking at him and then ignoring him. And they're all kind of starting to crowd around the airship.
Continue dragging my wood behind me as I try to push through the crowd towards Johnny.
Luggage!
I have your wood!
Thank you. I needed your wood.
The crowd will disperse around
Goblin up
multiple
top.
trees.
What?
Where did you want your trees?
Can you put it on the bottom of the ship?
In or on or?
In. Ship base hole?
It has openings and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally drag it in, but
Yeah, drag it in.
it's a tree.
Drag the whole tree in.
Okay.
My tools are in there. I don't know.
Turn around and the ship is still closed off because none of you got out of this airship properly.
That's right, we all jumped.
You all jumped or climbed off, so no one actually used one of the exits.
I don't need to. That's the whole point. As I come towards the front door, I will then let go of my rope and climb up. And
Luggage starts climbing the front of the airship.
or wherever the rigging as such would be, if I can, if it will support my weight, possible.
Fitz, are you coming up on top deck, or are you...
Wherever I can see where the sound's coming from.
Okay, so you'll be on top deck with everyone else.
Can I see it, people? Save me having to climb.
You can see Drew, who's out on the front looking at everything.
Can you open the door? Please?
Run up!
Thank you.
Ronald will come out of the cockpit and run over and stand near by and go, yeah?
Door, open it.
Oh, okay. He'll turn and he'll run downstairs. About a minute goes by as this crowd is slowly beginning to sort of get closer to the ship, and they're all kind of stopping and sort of looking at it and talking and muttering amongst themselves. And then there is a sort of click sound, which isn't really a click, but it's more the sound of something moving. And the crowd kind of all steps back from the airship, and the front part of the airship starts to open down. And as it lowers down, Johnny, you notice two guards who have positioned themselves as if they're waiting, like they've been trained for this sort of thing, as this airship's door opens. Roll me a perception.
Fuck?
Feed myself as well, Stan.
3? I don't know shit.
No, there are just two guards standing there. Roll me a perception as well, because you're outside the
Are
front.
they in the ship?
Yeah, they're still...
22.
You notice one of them looks really confused, like he's trying to figure out what's going on, and the other one seems to just be contently just sitting there going, I'm pretty sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Are you our hirelings now?
Two guards kind of look at each other. No, we're told to stay with the ship, so we're staying with the ship.
Will this fit with them there? My 2 trees?
Your 2 trees probably won't fit if you drag it in through the front.
Alright.
I will stand.
Luggage. Can we cut them to planks? How good are you with your sword?
You soldiers, right?
No,
I want these fuckers off my ship.
Not the soldiers, the trees.
Question, can I hear that?
I have other jobs.
Can you hear the conversation? Roll me a perception.
And I will just, knowing that I can't
Natural
fit
20.
it in, I will just
Yes,
drop
you
it.
can hear the sound of 2 voices that you've probably picked up, probably guards.
Like hell, get off!
I'm not on.
Not you, luggage. You're good.
I mime putting an arrow in my mouth. Yeah, exactly.
One of the guards wanders out, stops and looks up and goes, "Hi, we were trapped.
No, go.
Walk.
Literally no time for the sound cards.
He has not had his
Oh, okay.
coffee yet.
Can either of you cut
The guard walks back into their ship and then walks out with the second guard, and the 2 of them talk for a bit, and some of the townspeople start approaching them, and the 2 guards You hear them go, no, people, we've got to go this way. We'll continue helping with the repairs. Yes, of course. And they look like they're pretending like they were here all along for this purpose, and they start leading the crowd away, and the crowd starts, you can hear them yelling, saying, we need this and all this, and they're saying yes, as they walk, and most of the crowd leaves. The few who are just sort of standing around seem to be just watching everything.
Well then, I assume I've got relatively most of the party nearby-ish that I can see.
Everyone's within earshot if you yell anything.
Cool. I will then yell out to everyone, I require your loaned equipment! Waving my sword and tapping my plate that I've got integrated into myself. Because before this whole battle, I got this sword and this armor from the city.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I know it's not mine. So I'm now planning to take it all back.
Throw the wand down at you.
Yeah, what did I have?
Dex to catch it? Or just wait for it to hit me in the face?
If you're going to try and catch it, Dex to
Do
catch
your
it.
thing!
Do I need to roll to dodge it?
Depends how bad Drew threw. Are you aiming? Roll to aim.
A general luggage direction.
10 in general.
Oh no.
As a catch.
What am I adding to it?
Acrobatics. It'd be. Oh no, actually it's just throwing, so just straight Dex.
Straight dex.
Yeah.
Alright, you dex. There. 12.
Alright. It goes in Luggage's general kind of direction. Luggage sort of holds his hand out and it goes past his hand and just crashes behind him. As much as a wand can crash.
I'm just looking at it. Oh, thank Christ.
Now it's probably in with the rest of the wood that I've got. Which, by the way, I didn't even trim the trees. I've just been
that's why it won't fit.
breaking like leaves and shit are just falling behind me as I'm dragging these.
I just imagine for the last 5 minutes I've been looking at it like, how am I gonna do this? I'll start removing the branches, I guess.
Pick up my...
As you start removing the
We're
branches,
cutting words.
it's not quite how that works.
Stupid tree.
Cutting gust and then the leaves just move a little.
Pretty much. Everything you're doing is more making a mess with the leaves more than actually damaging the tree. At some point while he's doing this, a woman walks up and kind of looks at the boat and then looks at Johnny and goes, is it this?
Yeah, oh right, it's you. Yeah, talk to the piss one up there. I say that while looking busy.
Hey, Johnny!
Yeah?
I drop you a vial.
Oh, thanks.
Roll
I
to
needed
catch
a
it.
drink.
Roll to catch it.
Oh shit. 11. Is it just dexed?
14?
It'd be a Dex to catch it without it breaking.
That would be
I will
15.
drop you another, it's fine.
What's that?
15.
Cool, you'll be able to catch this.
Oh,
without
sweet.
breaking.
Drink.
4d6?
Sorry, it's not acid.
Eventually you
I'm not that
can-
cruel.
Eventually I'm going to lose my tongue.
As
Oh,
a
you're
note-
lucky. That was a 4.
As a note, even if it had missed, it's a 5-foot range.
I know,
4 damage.
that's why I was checking.
4 damage.
Yeah.
So he's caught it and
He's
drunk it
half.
as opposed to it just...
I am
He's just
Back
my
on
vials.
16.
So I've gone back to the old school alchemist.
So you're just attacking them?
Yeah. Every time he calls me a piss goblin, he's drinking a fireball.
That's a spicy meatball.
There's
There's a fireball out of my mouth.
this woman
puff
sort of
of
sees
smoke.
this and goes, was that safe to drink?
Yeah. Roll.
It's fine.
Yes.
Roll a deception.
Yeah.
Does he think it's safe to drink in the first place?
I don't think he thinks quite enough when he gets it.
Yeah. 12.
She just kind of looks like she doesn't really
You
believe
can see that my lips are really
Yeah,
dry.
she can see this bit of burn and you look like this is probably
just
very
like
nasty.
smoke.
Keep adding to it.
I'm just like licking my lips constantly.
She turns to Luggage, who's the next thing around, and goes, who's the piss one?
I do make hand gestures.
She's
of
about to
goblin.
get a bloody acid dropped on her.
The only information she's been given is talk to
I
the
said about to. Benefit of the doubt.
Looking at her, tilting my head.
She looks just as confused as you are, like she doesn't understand the information that she's given.
I believe he means Drew, the golden goblin. I would not recommend
Golden Goblin.
calling him piss. You may not survive.
She still looks around the ship and then
And
sort of
points upwards.
looks up and goes, oh, Are you the proprietor?
Hola.
Alright.
Por favor.
I'm coming to make a visual quote for doing some repairs and things. Is that okay with you? You can show me around, or I can just walk around as the sort of a.
This
Do you
wood
think-
can be used.
Yeah.
I was told that you were supplying, so that kind of makes sense that you're using a tree, I guess.
Do
Okay.
you require more?
It depends on the severity of the repair, I guess.
Inform us.
Mm.
And I turn around and walk off.
I will help. Wink.
Because I assume, did you pick up anything?
Not a tree.
Things
watching you.
The start. It was just me with the two
And
things.
bed
that
you
come
into the
with
shit.
Yeah,
I'm like-
Drew was
I'm
given a
starting to
ring
cover
that was
kitchen
about to run
counter.
out of juice to be used to general,
Wasn't it one?
and a wand. A wand of featherfall, and a ring
Lucky we
that
got
was a
trees.
failed experiment that he gave to Drew that probably will run out in the next couple of days of being actually magically useful.
Right.
Which is why he didn't mind giving it to Drew.
Well, I've got a wand.
Otherwise,
What
it's
the hell
just,
does it do?
it's one use of wild shape.
Oh, that's right.
I've at least got the wand. And my
It was
stuff.
theoretically the thought behind it was if you fell out of the airship or something, you could wild shape into a bird. Because he doesn't understand the mechanics of wild shape, he wasn't sure how useful it actually would be.
It's just the
Fuck, I would have wanted
Just
that.
The ring itself is just a silver ring, so it's probably worth like 2 or 3 silver on its own.
I'll take the wand and I will start wandering off towards the.
Oh, try it.
It's not the workshop district. What's it called?
Factory district.
Thank you, that's the one.
Plot twist,
So
that's
you're
where
gonna
I've been keeping
start
it the whole
wandering
time.
to the city?
That's a walk.
Cool.
It's okay. I had my tasks I need to go and deal with.
Yep. This woman walks into the ship. What are you guys going to be doing?
I'm slowly taking branches off.
You're taking branches off?
And I'm trying to make a kitchen counter with my rapier.
Not yet.
I don't suppose you
you're
figured out how to make this a
basically just
one-person flyer?
shaving it down to get ready to be cleaned off.
And then when I'm tired, I mold earth into a lazy boy.
Maybe I have.
Happy Goblin! This way! Drag him into the cookman.
As you get dragged in that direction, there is the lumbering sound of bark who's following. And every now and then you hear coming from the papoose that's currently in front of bark.
Oh,
Because Dio's fallen asleep.
Blue? No.
That's
I was
right.
like,
Blue, that
got
one.
turned into a piglet? What?
There's a sleeping creature in Bark's papoose that you haven't actually been introduced yet.
That's what he was talking about. This bit will have to be taken over to make that whole thing change. That's the captain's quarters. That's the control area.
Come here.
You could definitely not fit trees in there. Down one. I mean, lengthwise, definitely not. Widthwise, maybe a couple. Depending how big a tree I got.
Pines are like walnut or pine or.
I grabbed the first 2 trees I could find and just
Branch
dragged
They're
them
probably
back.
pine.
I thought it was 3.
3? Okay, 3, sure. I remember.
By the
2,
sound
but-
effects,
The
more
third
than
one
3.
randomly shows up. Oh god!
No, those were the sounds of the roots he was pulling out. It's like a dog who comes over and pulls out each root.
Doing this all day.
That would be a lot of trees, though.
I was just doing that for fun. I don't actually grab it.
I just like that you're probably dragging them. You made a river. Just like dragging them.
Well, I did cross
It's
a river
Yeah.
as I went through. I would have
Yeah,
taken the straightest
channel.
path I could from the trees to there.
No, you wouldn't have crossed the river then,
The little inlet over, because it would have been.
because you wandered over to this one. That's the closest area of trees and bush.
I thought it was all the way over.
No, there's bits of bush and stuff over there.
Oh, dude, that would have been nothing.
All the way over there. That would just be dumb.
Because I can fly, it would have taken me bugger all time to get there and then just drag them back.
Which would have taken you a freak ton of time because you wouldn't be flying.
Which is why he didn't do anything.
it's funny you have that guy for like Dragon Ball who just like throws a fucking tree and just.
Oh, General Tao.
That's the one. I
He's
mean,
great.
I
That's a baller move to throw a tree.
And then jump
and
and
jump
surf.
onto
Yeah.
it. Which makes me think that he has more speed than the
He
tree
does.
itself, so why didn't he just hop himself? It'd be faster. But anyway,
Because it's Dragon Ball Z and that would be logical.
Now Dragon Ball.
yeah, that's a good
Tomato.
point.
This is before it got stupid.
Before they got more strength.
Okay, we'll start with luggage. You get to
Cricket,
the
please!
front entrance area, and there are a bunch of guards out the front, and the doors are closed.
Hello.
The guards turns and goes, "Hi."
I require entrance. I have supplies to return. Or equipment to
Do you have, like, identification or something?
Not lights, not lights.
And look them up and down, tilt my head. Do you not know of me? Are there many Warforged?
A couple of the two guards behind him sort of mumble to each other, and the guard in front goes, it's an ID entry only at the moment. Doesn't matter who you are, unless you can prove who you are. I'm following my rule.
Okay. And I'll wander around the entire wall. Instead of going for the direct front gate, I wander all the way around the outside.
As you start walking
Just fly.
this way around down the path
No,
that's
they'll
just
shoot
before
me
the
later.
entrance, you hear the sound of the doors opening, and as you turn around, a dwarf bolts through the door and goes, "Which way did it go?"
Oh shit.
And one of the guards goes, "Over there," and he goes, "Ah!" and starts bolting in the direction of your airship.
In a hurry. Chop. Meh. I don't know who he is. I ain't got shit. I mean, I know who he is.
I forgot.
He's got someone coming after him. No, just to shorten my journey before I try and figure out how to identify myself properly. I'll just carry on around the outside to the closest gate.
I just imagine you just go a little bit around and you just go fly straight.
You guys, and you've got a
You've got
we all
one.
have one.
you've all got an
Yes.
amulet to say that you're an Athena member.
Oh,
Inside,
I've got that one, yeah.
Your
Yeah, that-
lanyard or whatever.
You walk away 2 meters and be like, fuck, I got it.
That's right.
I thought the lanyards went back after we drew.
No, not a lanyard. It's a
Oh,
thing.
yeah, the actual.
That there's an actual thing that has a gem that I spent about 3 or 4 minutes trying to explain to you, that they have barcodes on them
Pretty thing that you put on here.
so that you
just
couldn't
that
imitate them.
002.
This thing. This thing. I have this thing.
Not that thing, but that's a different thing.
It's the amulet. Whoops. Wrong one. I will. Brain didn't think about it, or luggage didn't think about it. People don't know. I am unique. How do people not know me?
Well,
And I'll
follow yourself over there.
continue to walk
To
around.
be fair, though, like all of us are relatively unique. How many gold goblins or yellow goblins are there?
Near here,
Which kind of makes it that much more peculiar for someone to take on a different form and go, "Oh, that's a famous person they're imitating."
Should be trained to see through them.
once I get round to the other side.
Which
It's
not
which
true,
other
though.
side?
Birds
So
are shit.
going towards to you, the left,
So down here.
Yep.
So you're heading to
not that
gate.
one, next one.
That one there.
Because that's the closest door to the actual factory district. At which
Cool.
point, when they ask me for my identification,
You can
I will
produce.
then go, oh, right, this. And hold out, just like
I'll just do
this
this.
far away from their face.
I'll do that for you now. As you wander over here, there's actually a bunch of guards who are already outside. They appear to be cleaning up things and stuff, as there is a bunch of like spurned weaponry and gear and corpses and things.
Things fallen from the sky.
One of the guards sees you and goes, "Oh, thank you for earlier," because this is where you were fighting earlier, and waves at one of the guards who's actually up here and says, "Are you going inside or?"
Affirmative.
Oh, cool. Then he sort of waves his arms like this, and
And I wave back.
there was. So you coming through that door there, and the door opens slightly, and the bottom he goes, "Just go through."
Jump. Holding it out to him. as I walk past.
Well, these guys remember you.
No, but I realised I need identification, so I'm just like, hey,
But they kind of nod as you wander in,
my head's still open as I put it back.
almost like side doors aren't quite as heavily guarded as main doors.
What do you mean?
That's a problem.
No, it's not. I'm here.
Well, it's also because luggage and a bear recently fought there.
It was
That's a
being,
normal sentence.
being
A robot and a bear joined forces.
So a few
But
minutes.
it might be someone faking.
You get somebody who's like just wearing a bear skin. I am the magical bear.
just sneaking in behind me.
It's like, the bear couldn't talk. Oh shit!
Yes, he can. You have to touch him, though.
Yeah.
So well in the cockpit, you guys are walking around, but you're able to sort of visualize where everything can go. And as you're trying to explain to Drew how you need to basically knock down the two walls where there's doors and sort of things come in, as you're saying this, you hear, "Oh, we do destruction as well." from a voice behind with a woman with a clipboard who's been looking like she's been writing a bunch of notes.
Clipboard.
Clip plank.
You
Yeah,
go
I was-
anywhere with a clipboard.
I was gonna say, springs don't exist.
Luggage does
What?
construction.
They don't exist.
Not springs that small.
Yeah, clip plank.
She has a plank piece of thing and
She's
she's writing.
secretly an orc.
She just got named.
She stands
Is that
there
how
and goes,
food bowls?
you must be Drew?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So I've done a sweep around from the ends. You wanting... There was mention of interior redesigning and things.
And it's got my signature under it for approval.
So she hands you a parchment. And this parchment basically lists the basic repairs for everything will cost you about a day's worth of work, which will be about 60 gold. Because you guys are supplying your own gear and things. And this will include all outside repairs and things. And if you're wanting the interior stuff done, that stuff will probably cost, depending on how much you're actually wanting done, will be another 2 or 3 more days on top.
Just
Wait,
the repair
can-
will be fine, thank you.
No! Is there like a beautiful drawing of what I want?
Yeah, there's this
Is there
weird
a
drawing
workshop
at the
in
bottom.
Figure it out on your own.
Is there a workshop included in
That wasn't my plan.
What's it?
That's what the basement's gonna be.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a torture
we
slash
have a
lab slash workshop.
So
Let's hit the
60
house.
gold for the day of just repairs, as you'll be supplying yourself with material. So that basically covers the labour of people working on the ship
I
itself.
was gonna say, if you want the extra workshop, you gotta pay for it. We're gonna be sending this one up to get money.
How much was it again?
No,
60 gold a day
Yeah.
for the repairs.
You've got my money, so.
How? Do I?
Yeah,
I got it all,
we
mate.
gamble?
You stole all his money.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Made a few silver.
Rightfully won all of his gold.
Stole. I'm sticking with my
Wait,
story.
Yeah, no, you took like everything you
Yeah.
Really didn't.
He only had 2 copper, which he used to buy a fishing rod.
Oh yeah, I have that
left.
still.
That's all he had left after you swindled him.
Actually, I'm adding that.
That's the word
I got
I'm
my
looking
chair
for.
and I molded a pond. I just got the fishing rod in there on my chair. There's no fish in there.
Even with the fact that there's like ocean right in
Yeah,
front
no,
of
I
you.
refuse.
At any point, you can chime in to do something.
No, I'm asleep still. I'm just
How
listening.
many days?
It's a day of repair.
So just one day?
Yes.
Yeah, at the moment 60
And
to get our ship repaired.
how much for the renovation?
The renovation, depending on how much of a renovation you'll need, estimating at an extra 2, depending on each floor you're wanting renovating, will be an extra day for each bit, depending how intense the renovation is. But a half day would be 30 gold, so depending on.
Maybe we'll just do the basement. Damn it!
Just a workshop.
Just a workshop.
A workshop? Oh, okay. Which floor?
And my room.
Your room is done. I did your room.
Which
Yeah, no,
floor?
we
You
have
son
some
of a bitch.
specialized little rooms.
Which floor are you wanting for that?
The basement.
Yeah.
The biggest. The
The
biggest.
hole.
So the very bottom of the thing. Do you all want a workshop installed down there?
Yes.
And she pulls out she takes out another parchment and sort of draws out a very basic design of like the layout of the lower area. And goes, well, so what I've worked out is there's a floor that disconnects in the middle here at the moment, and the main entrance here. Whereabouts would you want it to be put?
That's the opening floor. I'm assuming the front door is the opposite side of the thing, where technically there is no front door.
What's that? Says
The
like
There?
stairs that
A
goes
conveyor?
all the way up to like here.
That's the stairs that go up
maybe on the
between the
door.
2 floors.
What's this one?
do we really need the opening?
That's our.
Do we really
Kinda
need
like-
We've
that?
got a front door on it that comes down, and we've got this that opens at the bottom, so that's where
We can
the
drop shit.
container dropped out from.
Do we really need that anymore?
I like to think you just install a mesh over the hole and you're like, that'll do. Anytime you drop something, you're going, oh,
People sitting there going,
I could go without.
I mean, we could shrink its
Don't
size
look
a
at
little
me,
bit.
look at him. I don't care. I can jump off anything.
Maybe just shrink the size a little bit. Or
just big enough for a cannonball.
Yes.
You
That
want
would.
to redo an entire breaking door? No, you just seal it and leave it closed, or leave it. there.
how
Your choice.
many rooms are there? Whose room's that? And whose room's that?
One of them's the kitchen, isn't
Look
it?
at him.
It's like...
So we each have a room.
I'm assuming first one is kitchen.
Is there a spare room?
No.
No.
I took all the wood from the walls that weren't in use.
And have basically that
Which is
bottom
why
is
they need to be
cargo
repaired.
and
Is
workshop.
that who's that? That's you. I can see the mirror.
Yeah, he's got a room.
The mirror is Aaron's room. Aaron's room doesn't have a bed.
No, that is mine.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
No, yours does.
Yeah, you're...
Johnny removed the bed from Aaron's room, and Aaron sleeps on Falcor.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my room.
While they're
That one.
debating what they're gonna
They've
do with the
all got-
repairs, I'm
like,
just
mine
gonna
has
wake
a bed.
up and then I'm gonna go, okay, Dad, I need some money, and then we're gonna walk.
It's
Someone's got a computer in there.
Yeah.
Are you just going to turn and walk away?
No, I'm
Isn't
gonna,
that a
well, I'm
computer?
gonna walk towards the marketplace, but
I didn't get a
want
chance to
Bart
look
to
at
come
the
with
design
me.
plan.
You might want to have Discord if you can get to it as well.
I don't have to Discord.
That does look like a computer.
Yeah. I'm not here
So-
right now.
So I take it that grey room
It's like
is like
Yeah, because it's entirely painted grey, so you think you're
Luggage doesn't
dying.
need his room. So what we'll do is we'll
I'm gonna be real mad if you get rid of his room.
so we'll take away the wall from Luggage's room to the.
That's the edge of the ship. You've got two different floors.
Oh man, you're like one of those engineering posts where somebody knocks out a wall and there's like a lump on
we
it.
don't
Yes.
need the hole anymore.
Okay, so we don't need stairs. We'll just have a hall.
No,
we'll just have a ladder. Okay,
do a
Less
fireman
room.
pole.
Yeah. We just have a fireman pole.
The only person who can actually climb.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I'm at the bottom. I'm never getting up anymore.
Just grab you and fly.
I know, I have decent decks, it should be
Maybe,
right.
maybe like a little like a mine shaft type of elevator type thing, you know?
between the two floors.
Yeah,
I'm
stairs taking up too
I'm
much
not
room.
sure we can make an elevator.
We don't
I'm
need
not
that.
sure what
Look,
that is.
seriously, just get them to seal this up, and we'll build it all there, and then we can have a workshop
I thought
and
these two are
Alchemist
literally
little
like talking
spot,
to each
like
other.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Oh no, shush. This.
Because we don't need the hole in the ground.
Okay, so we'll add another
Like,
floor
You're sitting
underneath
outside
this.
going,
No, okay.
No.
We'll cover
Setting
the
up.
We'll cover the hall. We'll
I
cover,
feel like I got a bite.
we'll cover the hall.
No, we can't do that.
We'll cover the hall.
You had me for a second there.
Yeah, I'm definitely
What's that on top?
walking away to the marketplace.
This is the bottom floor.
So
That's
I'll,
one
This is the
floor
next floor up.
I'll let them figure that out.
This is that
I'll jump to
square
you.
there, and this is the
So
floor.
you start leaving to head back into town towards the
Yeah,
market.
I say we
Yeah.
just get that
As
sealed up.
you
Put the
leave
workshop there.
this like
So there's a hole
boatyard
there
area,
and a
you
hole
get up to
there.
about here, and you see a dwarf running in
No,
the
there's a
direction.
door
So
there.
the hole goes straight
And this
down
dwarf
there.
stops and stands in front of you and goes,
Building a hole.
"Sorry, lass. Have you seen a blood
So you open the door and you get to the hole.
Yes.
No, I'm joking.
Crap.
Right. So
He's in that big ass ship over there.
Ha, traitor! Thank you, lass. And he just runs past you.
I might are losing a sombrero. One day I'll catch a fish.
Roll me a stealth if you're hiding.
Yeah.
What's that thing though? Is that just the
15. It might actually work.
Yes.
I love
Damn
the
it!
stuff
I'm
I've
trying to
done.
drop you
No,
the
yeah,
shit.
that's
Stealth plus 10, 25.
Oh,
we put the
fuck.
spells to make it right.
I forget that I'm good at
Oh
that.
yes, this section here
That's
cannot
what
be
we
destroyed.
power.
That's
You've
how
taken
the
this
ship runs.
moment to
So yeah, I
take
say
a
we
rest
just
behind
seal-
one of the
get them to
walls,
seal
just
the
lie
hole
back
up.
and you
Well,
just
then,
sombrero.
No, I'm sitting in my earth chair.
Sorry, and your earth chair and the sombrero thing
We
appears,
don't need
and
the
then
hole. That's the
as you're
point.
sort of lying there in this minor
This-
illusion is just
technically this
hovering
bit
in
here,
place,
that little tiny
you
chunk
hear
here.
Johnny screaming as you move the illusion just up slightly. You watch as Ben runs to the front of the ship. and
This
is
was like an
following you.
aftershock.
Oh no!
So get rid of that and then
I put
Yeah,
my
you can
hat
have it like
back
there,
over
and
my
then
face.
here we can have something else.
Don't look at me. I don't care.
Okay. So
Alright.
They figured it out. You know, I still don't have a bedroom.
no hole. No hole.
No,
Okay. No hole.
He doesn't.
Workshop down
That's
there.
he's the papoose. It's fine.
So we're looking at just
Sealing up.
the bottom, the opening at the bottom, and making that pretty much 3/4 of that bottom section here.
Workshop for me down here. Alchemy here.
Can we have a torture chair just
Oh,
in
man.
case? We need to do some interrogation on the fly.
Then you just get
Do that anywhere.
Okay,
Get
okay,
rid of the toxins
torture,
for half an hour.
torture in here. Torture chamber in
So
this
you're
room.
wanting a more secure room there that has sort of a lock system to it.
No, just like a
No,
chain and a
we
ball.
actually-
No,
that's
just-
being funny.
Oh,
The lock system as luggage just goes into low power mode in front of the door.
Yeah. You literally do that.
I just imagine you put your like hands through the slots and go.
What were the
Padlock.
other plans that they,
He just wanted to prettify it.
Yeah.
you wanted a what?
Make it pretty.
You don't even know the word.
Come on, your intelligence
He
is
wants
high.
to put some tapestry.
Intelligence is made up words.
You like the room that I made for you.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
My
Everybody
wisdom
liked
and
their room.
intelligence is high. I'm like,
You might be on my side. I might get him.
just the repairs, the workshop, and the alchemist spot. And the ceiling of the
Well, the
And the
ceiling of the drop
kitchen.
thing could come under there.
Yes, and
Because-
a kitchen.
A better
And a better
kitchen.
and
kitchen.
improve the kitchen. Right.
It's like, do you want the mahogany counter that was stipulated by Johnny?
Can we also
Okay, well-
improve?
Well,
no to the mahogany.
well, what we can do is we
Self-cooking
can,
stove?
under the same work of repair of the actual
Maybe.
repairing of the ship, we will seal off the section of the ship that will drop off. That will come under the same quote for repairs. We can move it up to, let's say, 90 gold, and we can do it all within 1 day of, because most of it will be interior renovating and things. So it'll be 90 for the day's work.
Okay,
That's
so
everything done.
That'll be everything.
I got 7 gems worth 10 gold each. Do you take gems?
I think we can work with that.
I'll give you this. And I got a bag of some dirt and gold. 15 gold though.
Wait, no. Isn't that the bag from the old guy?
He didn't need it.
You idiot! Don't pay them up front! You're the worst contractor ever!
No, she's the contract. She's the contract.
That's
Yeah, but
technically how it works.
Not entirely.
No, you pay them partly.
Yeah.
Because then if they leave,
90 gold. That's not 90 gold. That's partly.
You got to 85. You're gonna stick around for 5?
And depending on the
That's
quality,
25.
I give you
It
the
was
rest of
90
the
gold
5.
left.
Like
He's
when
only
it's
given
done.
about 25.
70 in gems.
And
plus
gems.
15 gold in a bag of dirt.
Yeah.
Drew just slaps the gold out of your hand. No!
We'll see how it goes.
Finish the job with the gems. You'll get the rest after.
Okay, that'll be fun. Cool.
Anyone want to ask if there's any more materials they're going to require?
They'll let us know, I assume.
You all talk quietly so I can't hear
And,
you.
so, and she goes, and so the material will be the trees, I assume, that was downstairs.
Yes.
If
You're gonna need more, let us know.
Will you be taking care of turning them into something useful, or will we have to do that as well?
You're gonna charge us extra for that?
Well, it'll be manpower, so yes.
Luggage power.
Could that not be included in the day's work?
Would have to go through and actually turn them into something useful, so it'd be more time taken up. So
It's
we're probably looking at about a day and a half to actually.
Okay, so the bag of gold and dirt.
Even still, you've already
Making
overpaid
ash, maybe.
by half.
Whoops!
Ish bird now.
How do you like your tree? Well done.
How much?
It would depend on the quality of cutting up the wood and that sort of thing. We'd have to actually inspect the tree a bit more, but probably for building the material and things like that, we're probably looking at about 2 or 3 hours worth of work on top. So we'd probably push it up to maybe 100, maybe 110 gold,
Yeah.
depending on how long it takes.
yeah.
Combined force.
It's okay, I can
Can we just get like get luggage's weapon, the sharpest
So-
one you've got,
Very
just
well then.
punch it in.
So will we using trees
Technically
downstairs?
a
So I'll have to.
warhammer right
Yes.
now.
No.
I have to kill something and hope it
So far, there's only
becomes
20 extra gold.
Just keep
Most.
squishing rabbits until it changes.
We can wrangle her down, I'm
Squish
sure.
turns into a dragon.
So
Okay.
I will wrangle through this now.
Let's not bring that up.
We will.
Luggage's armor.
Some people will turn around tomorrow morning, and we'll start the repairs tomorrow morning. As I've got to go wrangle and sort this all out.
I'm currently taking
So
it back.
if you could not fly the airship anywhere and just leave it here,
That's too late.
go from there. Okay, cool.
I'm on the other side of the city. You can't tell me
She
to
writes
not
you out a
go.
quote.
This
for-
whole time, deadpan.
She writes out a quote again and hands it out, basically saying it's 110 gold for repairs and renovations
Shouldn't
and,
there be some
and
sort
manual
of...
labour.
Just minus 70. Because we've already paid half of that. Or a little over half of that.
The subtotal does have -70 on it.
No,
You're buying large pieces of equipment, it's 33% installments.
I'm just thinking about
It's true.
possibly doing the whole, what's the word for it? What, not bartering.
Haggle?
Thank you.
The same as barter.
Negotiation.
That one too. You've just accepted it at face value. Yeah, cool.
I like to think they're just going to concrete over the hole. The first time we go up, it just
It's
falls
alright.
straight
If
through.
in doubt, I burn down her shop.
You don't know where the shop is.
Oh.
Do if I ask you?
Ah, yeah.
They screwed us. What do you reckon? Let's go burn it down?
And you're like, yeah, they didn't put it in the kitchen I wanted, those fucks.
That's all I have to say. And you'd be like, not good enough. We'll burn it
And
to
I
the
let
ground.
your kid use my fishing rod.
She'll turn and leave the cockpit.
Okay, well, when she's turning and leaving, I'll pickpocket the money back. Nah.
Fuck yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean,
It's like your dog, like orange or
Could we-
like scarring type.
Could we Ocean's
True
11
object.
them? We like, they get them to fix it, and then we all put a
they'd be like, good
carbon
man,
and steal
good
it back.
man.
She turns to leave. You hear the sound of some deep voice below the ship screaming, Johnny!
Oh.
As she wanders out of the cockpit area.
That has nothing to do with me. I'm ignoring that.
This time you're like, it's weird it's not a woman. Or a really womanly man.
You owe me money!
Which debt collector is it this time?
Yeah, exactly. Which lord did
I
you
was like-
bang?
Look at this.
Should we just get back to that? We'll ignore that.
We want to go install. Or see about installing our one-man flying
You're
contract.
wondering.
Oh, I thought we had to wait until the walls are taken away, didn't we?
We can do that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I can break walls.
Wait.
It'll
So
take a while for me to get back.
You spend a couple of minutes sort of working out where exactly things can be put, and the sound of a screaming dwarf stops in the doorway and goes, "What is he?
Don't care, get off my ship!
Beyond that wall.
You!" he pulls out an Athena match
I'm
and goes,
literally not
by
looking
all-
at him. I can't see shit.
"By order of the Athena, where's Johnny?"
You have to go
By
through
order
that
of
wall.
the theme, fuck off!
You have to go through that
Who are you?
wall.
None of your damn business, get off my ship!
I have a feeling his one's much more shiny than yours.
Yeah.
I don't care!
I
I'm motherfucking Drew, bitch!
Where is Johnny?
I don't know, I don't care, get off my ship!
Through that wall. You have to bust it down, though. That's the only way.
Man, the wrecking crew got here early.
It's a tavern.
No, it's a secret. It's a secret
Oh,
room.
love it.
Roll me a persuasion. or actually, no, it's a deception. Roll me a deception.
He's trapped in that room.
He's deceptive.
Deceived.
Drew's just
Insight.
frustrated now that I'm living
20 on that
Get
trap.
off, you bastards!
The dwarf goes, "Ah, Johnny!" And you notice his armor suddenly grows a bunch of rock all
Yeah.
over it, and it forms over his arms, and he runs screaming at the wall and just smashes into it,
I mean that one.
and a couple of planks of wood go flying into the cockpit one side, and his fists are now stuck through the wall, and he goes, "Ah, shite!" He just stands there. And then
Okay, I'll pickpocket my stuck.
Do it. Do it.
you walk over to get ready to pickpocket him. You notice he's basically earthed armor. There is nothing to pickpocket off him. As he progressively, as he pulls his hands out of this wall and looks at you and goes, "He's not in there, is he?"
I mean, it was yeah.
Pick a piece of dirt off.
He turns and just runs out of the cockpit.
Come.
Can I hear all this?
Excuse me, you're trespassing on our property.
I'm just like, mend that shit, please.
Did no one even stop him as he ran through? Jeez.
Wait, that is the one we want broken down?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Mm.
100%? Okay.
It's the cockpit wall.
As you were.
Can I disguise myself?
There's like
Throw
3
it
to
out.
4 walls
You
at
can.
least in the cockpit.
What do you look like?
You're in the control room. And it's
I'm
the
gonna
captain's
look
wall. Captain's
like...
thing.
Does it have to be human or tiefling?
Humanoid.
Humanoid.
So you're disguising the way you look, so you can look like a different race, but you, depending on how much you're changing.
I'm looking like an elf.
Like an elf?
Yeah.
You still
one
kind of
Like a real tweak.
Is what you're saying. so, yeah, no.
So you're making a whole into
Just
the
morph into me.
office.
No.
Into
Yes,
the captain's
because I'm still a
quarters.
tiefling.
Needs to be integrated into the rest of it.
Gotcha.
You hear the sound of this heavy footsteps moving down the stairship, and you disguised yourself as Ben comes running out and goes, "You haven't seen a blue tiefling anywhere, have you?"
No.
I was gonna say, don't say it with a laugh. He's not gonna believe it.
No, good sir. Trying to do an impression of an elf.
Tieflings? I don't associate with tieflings.
Gross. You know they piss fire, right? Just making this more complicated.
He looks at you. You've seen this frustrated face on Pete before. You know he's agitated.
Oh no.
I think you guys are lucky that luggage was
13.
that luggage wasn't here.
Looks at you.
Points at the guy in the fish.
You have seen one, haven't you? Where
I
is he?
saw a red one go towards town.
I saw her as well. She's not who I'm looking for. Where is the blue one?
He's a lot more deceptive to us, didn't he?
Around here somewhere.
Around here
Not
somewhere.
a lie.
Luggage beams me a message on how to lie.
Not how to lie.
You hear him swear under his breath slightly, and he goes past you and heads into the main dock area.
Oh shit, if they talk to the ship, guys, I'm fucked.
He just jumped into the lake.
I like that you've all joined me in lying for some reason. I don't even remember why he hates me.
It's just he's sinking down now.
I'm making this so much more complicated.
Rolling for deception.
I think he went fishing.
Technically true.
Exactly.
Just deception with advantage.
You make it to the front gate.
Cool.
It is locked, and there is a guard standing there. He goes, "Ma'am,
Hi. Can I get in?
do you have credentials?"
No, but my brother Johnny has one of it. Probably does.
Don't use my name.
That-
You're gonna get in more trouble.
That blue tiefling. Do you
Whoa.
remember him?
I feel like I have
So
a
you guys
debt.
kind of look at each other and look like, there was a dwarf who was screaming about looking for a tiefling.
Yeah, I'm with him. Can I come in?
He went out.
Yeah, I know. He left something inside. I need to get it for him.
Do you have the credentials to get back in? We
No.
can't just let people in.
I really wanted one of them to
Roll
go
me a
like, he
deception.
slept with my wife.
Persuasion?
It's deception. She's lying about needing.
Nat 20.
As you're talking, you notice one of the guards at the back looks kind of sad, like he feels sorry for you, and he walks up to this guy and whispers something into his ear, and he turns back. What's supposed to? She's just going in, and the dwarf works with the Athena. It's not like it's going to be. They
clearly
mutter to
homeless.
each other for a few minutes, and the guy looks back to you and goes, "You're just going in, grabbing something, coming out."
Yep.
Okay. And he turns and bangs on the door, and it opens up slightly, and just go on quickly.
Thanks, man.
That guy so lost his job.
Slide a hand and put a tracking beacon on him.
Slide a hand, put
On
a
my
bomb.
tail. Whip it off.
No, just like put it there.
I mean, to be fair, she was recruited by the city defense, so it's not like they'll get in trouble. No, she
have
doesn't.
the
She doesn't have any of
letter?
that. No.
Not even the letter to say I
I
can't.
was gonna say, how the hell did you get in the first place?
I don't care. I'm
She's
apparently very
chaos.
persuasive.
There's probably a hole in the wall, and you're like,
She came in before the
Ridiculous.
massive lockdown thing went into place, so she wasn't a registered adventurer.
Oh.
So she doesn't have any of that.
You're not as special as us.
I'm just a swagget. It's fine.
you are so lucky using my name did not backfire. Because if that was a one, that would be like, he slept
You
with my sister.
wander into
Doing something stupid like that.
Yeah.
you wander into the market area, and you notice there's still people sort of moving around. You were here the other day as well. It looks like they're just kind of repairing everything. So there's not much activity going on.
Okay.
No,
I want
It's
to
not-
try and
it's a pencil.
show off
figured
my
that.
monk skills and try and busk and get some money. Because
I'm
I'm
colored.
Oh,
poor
So
as
you're doing
shit.
that, and I'm like,
Roll me a
Performance?
performance. That's the word I'm looking for.
You gotta like meditate.
I'm here before.
Nine. Yeah.
You stand at the side of the bridge and start doing some cool things and jumping and flipping around. And
Bark's like, "Yay."
You're standing on top of Bark's head.
Bark has been following her around.
Yeah.
Bark would have walked in behind it.
Didn't Bark have a thing?
Yeah, I was gonna say Bart could have just gotten it.
No one asked Bark.
I am Bark, let me in.
Box is pretending to be my shadow.
As you're down, jumping around and all this, every now and then sort of bouncing in front of Bark, and he sort of claps, and some crowd sort of comes over. A couple of people throw some coins down. You get about 2 gold's worth of just random coins.
Okay.
There's a village idiot looking at something.
Bark is the villager.
Yeah,
In the process of this, Bark is now talking to a guy next to him as this is all going on, who seems very drunk off his face. They look like they know each other from somewhere, and they're just having some catch-up conversation.
Can I
is it that guy?
can I stop my performance and go and sort of ask Buck who is this man?
Bark goes, "This is my friend." No, sorry. This is my friend.
That's better.
What's your friend's name?
No. He just vomited a lot.
Bark Watson goes, "Hey, he was friends with Johnny and his friend."
Ah, hello, good sir.
This guy looks at you.
Is he still drunk?
Sort of reminds me of
Yes.
self-active work.
Sir, can I potentially have some of your gold? For I'm very poor.
You can have all the gold in my pockets. And he puts his hands into his pockets, and his hands come out of his shorts.
Ah, okay.
And pulls his hand back in again, and goes, and then falls over, and he just lies there on the ground and goes, "Oh, sleep time now, I think." And Bart goes, "Yep." Picks him up and just moves him to the side and just plonks him down the side of the path. And he turns back and goes, "He's always like that.
Damn it, back. Find me someone with money."
Literally just the same.
Johnny's that way."
Slightly.
Well, yeah, but it's not
Can I do one more try to gather a crowd to get some money? Otherwise, I'm just gonna give up.
You're definitely in the right place for it. I know a person with lots of money in the marketplace.
Not vendor?
You've asked Bart this
Monkeys
question,
things.
and he just stands there, and he looks like he's thinking.
Okay.
While this is happening, you can roll me another
He
performance.
refers back to his book. King.
17.
Cool. You start doing more flips, and you start using Bark this time, and sort of jumping on him and flipping off him and
You're
things like that.
standing on just his
reactions
ears.
sort of look almost like it's part of a dance, but he's just doing this to
Yeah.
sort of flip you off. Money.
I pre-bought the expansion for WoW. I'm so weird.
You make another 15 gold out of people just sort of throwing things at you. Of just random coins and stuff.
I'm gonna resell them.
And there's a bit of people clapping, and some of the guards walk past and sort of nodding in your direction, sort of seeing that you're boosting the morale and everything.
Cool.
Distracted from the fact that we were just assaulted by a ton of goblins and shit.
Yeah. It's been a couple
I'm
of days.
lost alive, but this is great.
Wasn't it just yesterday?
That's what
So we slept and then moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just yesterday.
Yeah, which is why there's not much being sold out there.
Yeah, there's a guy who's missing a leg going, this is great.
Yeah, you do see a few injured people being sort of taken past to the barracks that's behind you.
One guy's missing just the tip of his nose.
There is one guy missing just the tip of his nose.
He was called Stumpy before that, for something else.
Around the time you finish doing that, Bart goes, "The library! Johnny got money from the library.
He's
Where's the library?
I know where that one is." And he starts walking.
Wait.
Huh? Sort of
Just.
stops in this dust cloud.
Can you put me in the papoose and then take me, please?
Okay. He walks over and papooses you up, turns, and goes, "We did this with Johnny. If you hit me while I'm running, I run faster."
I don't want to hit you.
"It's okay. I'm good at this." And you notice his eyes sort of crunch down, and his face gets angry. And he goes really pissed and goes, "I can make this!" and starts running, "Hit me!" and starts bolting down the market.
Can we roll for how many kids he hits?
All it takes is a light little slap.
You just have to actively hit him.
Yeah.
Basically,
Can I flick him?
you can flick him.
Okay.
You
I
just
don't want to hit him.
No, stick
The thing
your
is-
fingers in his ears like a motorcycle.
Barbarians reduce damage when they rage, and he can also run longer when he's raging.
Okay, I'll just flick his ear.
So as you're running, he just flicks him, and he's bolting him, basically.
Yeah.
Do you think professional runners are furious when they're at events?
It'll take you less time to get there, basically. Luggage. You've made it into the factory district where you got the armor from.
Yay!
don't
I would
know
like to
password
wander
for it.
up to this building. I assume
There was an armory area that you could go from.
there was
my
two
God.
different buildings, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
it was a
for the armor,
weaponry and
for
one.
the- yeah.
Yep.
I'll go to the actual armor
I'm
place
sort of
first
forgetting why I want to
and
do this.
stand there for about half an hour or so, de-integrating this armor from my body as people probably watch weirdly.
There's a couple of guards who walk past, and one just stands there in fascination as this is happening.
Woo! Take it off!
Different pieces of plating are slowly dragging out as others.
As each piece comes off, one of the guys from inside comes in, catches
Slower,
it, puts it
bitch.
in, and they're just watching this happening.
Man, that's hot! And there's some real drunk guy. Misunderstanding the situation.
Thank you for the use of this armor.
Guy goes, you're welcome.
It's just covered in blood.
Takes it from you and wanders back into the office area.
This used to be silver.
One of the other random dwarfs who's been walking around has been watching the entire time, and as you've walked off, he goes, "That's interesting." As you walk past him,
I assume I have to sign it back in.
yeah, no, you would have.
Make sure that they're not going to come after me wandering on the armor.
No, they've lodged it off. It's
You leave
pretty hard
only
to
your
tell.
ass
The only
plate
other
still on.
wolf with the armor out is from the armor.
Then I will head towards the weaponry area and kind of have like this. I don't know whether it's sad, confused, some form of I broke did this because it's no longer a sword as it was when I first got it.
You didn't get zip from this area. You got zip from
Vietnam?
no, from the market guy in town,
Which market guy?
the golden goblin friend guy.
Did I get it from him?
You got it from him.
I thought I got it. Oh, okay. Well, fuck it. I don't care about that then.
You hand it to them, it's like, you didn't get this from us. Oh, whoops!
Wasn't he clothing?
He was clothing and adventuring gear, and he took you out the back and showed you some items to use for defense that weren't normally sold out the front.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Oh.
He's one again.
Well,
Yeah.
at that point then, seeing as it's not next door that I have to drop this off, I will wander to the power core and see if they would give me money for my
Wander up, and
spells.
you wander up to the door
that's
and walk
right.
in,
We were watching
and
you
there's
play
a
the first one.
couple of guards sort of
Huh?
hanging around
We were
inside,
watching you play the first one.
and there's a person sitting at the desk who sees you walk in, and the guards sort of all
What was that one?
point weapons at you, realise it's Warforged walking in, and go back at ease again.
Hello.
There's a lot more guards than last time.
Oh.
And by that, there was actually guards in here.
Huh.
And the reception person is just sitting there.
Were they on? Hello.
Hi.
I money for power.
Supply spell power for.
Affirmative.
Squished
Alright.
places.
He hands you a thing of paper. Fill this out, please. It's basically your name and
Don't recommend.
who you are and how much power you're
I
preparing to give up.
grab the ink, put my hand on it, put
Would
that
not
at the
recommend.
signature section, and then tick
Like
where it says
5, 7
power
max.
level. Like, how much power? Yes.
I know it's based on how much spell component power you'll be giving. How many spell slots will you be relinquishing?
All of them. Being lucky. The actual result of that would be it's 2 level 1s from the Artificer side, and then I don't think I can use the Mystic side.
You
of
can't
that.
use
Yep.
Mystic.
So 2 level 1s as such to
Okay.
them.
So he will fill out your 2 level 1 results of power, and then you describe Mystic, and he looks at you confused. He goes, "We'll start with these two, and we'll see if this cosmic power thing works. Shall we?"
Affirmative.
Right. He finishes writing something down and goes, "Through those doors, you'll see a man on the other side who'll tell you where to go. You wander through. On the other side, there's a guy standing on the side who's sitting up like some sort of machine that he's sort of like messing around with as you walk in, and he goes, "Donating power?"
Hello.
See ya.
Have I got the phone still?
Yeah, no, you
Give it to them.
Yep.
Yes. Affirmative.
All right.
Power. Strength.
Follow me, and he takes you through another door into another room that basically has what looks like a giant trash can in the middle of the room. And he walks up and pulls a lever, and this iris opens up, and there is a hand print area there. And he goes, "Place your hand on there."
That's great.
Is it a 5-finger handprint?
Yes.
Because I've only got 3. 3 fingers and a thumb.
Well, you go to put your hand in, and you realise that it's actually quite a massive handprint. So it's more like it's not actually it's not an indented handprint. It's like a hand drawing thing. It's more just an all knees.
Here-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Clock.
Place hand here. You place your hand there, and the guy sort of looks through your paper and goes, "Okay, this may feel a bit weird," and pulls a lever, and the orb underneath your hand glows a bit. You lose all your Artificer spells, spell slots.
Yeah. That's what I had left anyway.
Yep. Marks off and goes, "Cool." And we were going to try mystical stuff. All right. We'll try this. And he presses another thing and pulls the lever. The orb glows. Nothing happens. He just kind of looks at you and goes, "Guess it's just the first lot then."
Okay.
He marks something down. He hands it back to you and goes, "Give it to reception."
It's just your dice.
You wander back to reception, hand the thing.
Hello again.
Hello. Right, so your mumbo jumbo didn't work, but the normal stuff we recognised did. Cool. And he hands you a thing of 20 gold.
I'm looking at him.
Does he get a cookie?
Confused by the fact that he says mumbo.
Is that offensive to you?
It's
Roll for hurt.
Roll for my feels.
Roll damage, emotional. I have no emotion. Right, cool.
Same.
That's when you realise you have emotions because you got hurt. I became a real. Oh.
I'll throw that into my head. And then
As you walk out, one of the guards watching you goes, "You okay?"
affirmative.
I just like eating swords.
Oh.
Chop. Walk around with my warhammer at my side.
Right, so what are you guys doing on the airship? You're just renovating or preparing to renovate? Yeah. Okay, no, cool.
Preparing to convert this thing into a one-man operation.
You end up getting to the outside of this library sort of wickedly fast as Bark stops and then seems to center himself and goes, "That was fun."
Thank you, Bat. Can I come out of the papoose now?
Smack the papoose.
Ah, thank you.
It's like, oh, that's harder than these.
So,
Library pointing at this massive building.
okay. Do you know who I have to talk to?
You're asking some very hard questions.
Little one.
Little one?
That's pretty good for him. I mean, well done,
Was that a
Clever.
natural 20?
No. To be fair, Bark is about
Not
7 foot tall as well. Lots of people are probably little one to him.
Do you want to come in with me and you can point out who I need to talk to?
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
You wander up to the door and it's closed.
Oh.
What?
When are the opening times, god damn it?
No, the door is usually, it's just the door is
We'll
closed.
never have a line.
Like,
It's not locked.
Not locked? Okay, oh.
He's a good
no,
kid.
you're going to have to.
I thought it was a pull, it was a push. Everybody would feel silly.
Damn it!
It's like the door is closed. Like it doesn't have like a closed sign up on it. It's just closed off because of what's been going on. So you can assume you might have to knock to get someone's attention.
Nobody sees the wizard. No one know how.
You realise you're knocking at the wrong door.
Try out fixing.
Hello?
This is more like a stick of it rolled up.
There is the sound of a clinking noise of something unlocking, and the door opens slightly, and there is a human standing there, and he goes, "Hi."
Hi, can I come into the library, please?
We're kind of keeping it closed up while everything's sort of preparing through. We're only letting high Athena members. Oh, you're with Bark.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you can come in.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why I brought back.
I feel like he's like, Bark needs his next book from the children's section.
Walks in and sits down and just starts flicking.
So yeah, the door opens. This scrawny kind of looking guy sort of opens the door as you guys walk in. He closes the door. You hear a lock, and if you look back trying to find Bark, he's already made his way to the other side of the room, which is like a kids section.
Yep.
And he sits down and pulls out his book and sits there, and then stops and looks up at you and goes, "Book."
He's having a blast.
He
Back.
forgot about the fact that he was meant to
Is this the
Trained
guy?
well.
Is this the guy I need to talk to back?
No.
Okay. Do you want to bring that book with me, and then we can find
It's my book.
Yeah, bring it with you back. Yeah, come on.
He stands up and walks over.
The guy's
I'm
like-
not allowed to read today.
You can read when we find the guy.
It's not a guy.
Oh, okay,
Well,
girl.
that's
We just need to find her.
Okay.
Bark doesn't believe in genders.
He walks to this podium in the middle of the room
He's
and
secretly really
stands there
progressive.
and just kind of looks down and then turns back and goes, not there.
So,
I'm gonna ask the guy to open the door. Do you have a woman working here?
There's Abby.
Abby?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's out the back in one of the higher section areas.
Cool. Can you just direct me there so I can...
It's just right out the back.
Okay,
If you
yep.
follow the
Alright, I'm gonna go there.
as you walk down past the shelves of books and things, you come to sort of this archway that seems to be leading into a further section that you're just going to walk through.
Yes?
Cool. The moment you step over the threshold, suddenly you appear back at the entrance, and Bart goes,
You're not allowed back, dear.
Yep.
But can you go and get Abby, please?
Okay, he turns and bolts. And about
I feel
10
like you have to
seconds
roll
later,
persuasion.
10 seconds later, Bark appears right next to you.
Abby!
That's not a door. He can't open that.
Abby!
The guy standing there goes, do you want me to go get her?
Yes.
I'll watch the door.
Okay. And he wanders down
just say,
through the bookway.
fuck that guy. Could have told you.
That guy's had a hard day. This is the first laugh he's had.
He wanders
He's like,
down
"Shit, I
and
need
walks
a
walk through the threshold of this archway and then continue further into the library. Bark follows behind him. And you notice he keeps up with him, and as Bark goes through the threshold within a few feet of this guy, he doesn't teleport and keeps running. And then you see him turn back and look at you as the guy's still walking, and he has like a, oh, I didn't, and then suddenly he teleports and he's next to you and he goes, teleport!
You have an actual simpleton being your guy.
I don't care, he's adorable.
He's got enough wisdom. You at least understand what
It's the forest growth. Come with the group.
Okay, the guy's
The guy's
not
all
Abby. I guess you can go read your book now. Yeah, go read.
No,
Yeah.
you
He
have
turns-
to go
he
read
runs
with
over,
him.
sits
Everyone's
down.
done it at some point.
He runs over,
It's
sits
part
down,
of the process.
sits
like
there,
initiation.
opens the book and just looks at you.
He doesn't know how to read.
Initiation, yeah.
you
We've
took
all
part.
rolled it.
You have to be responsible for it.
Alright, while I'm waiting for Abby, I'll read him a book.
Cool. So the book he's got is called Scare Barbarian.
Yep.
And it basically identifies different creatures.
Yep.
Can you roll me a I think it was intelligence that I was getting run to do.
Yeah, I failed it.
That's why Drew was like the one that could actually do it.
I stuffed it up and told him wrong.
Just roll me an intelligence.
A is for Azama, flying
that
in
plus
sky.
that,
Modify.
B
You don't
is
have a
for
modifier for
barbarian.
intelligence.
Barbarian.
No.
Bard.
Yeah, because it's just
What you
0.
rolled?
Yeah, so 7.
7.
7. Cool. As you sit there with Bark going through this book, he's able to incorrectly identify creatures that you can tell him immediately. No, that's a bear. No, that's a dragon. And you go through this book with him.
That's a rat.
And he basically gets every
It's
animal he's
short
trying
for
to read the
rat.
word for wrong,
Okay.
but you're getting him along with it. It goes through basically the alphabet of the monsters, and then you go back to the beginning again, and he tries to show that he can read this, and he gets to the 3rd page, and with getting the animals correct, he gets to the 4th page, and just stares at the page, and you can tell he's just sort of stopped reading, and he's just staring at it like something hasn't clicked in his brain. It's just staring at it.
He gets red in the face.
That same smoke that was coming
Goes
out
into a
of
rage.
Johnny before
Are
is
you
now coming out
okay?
of tears.
Read word brain.
Oh.
Deep breath.
Get him
Goose rubber.
Goose.
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 Yeah, that can be a goose if you want it to be a goose.
D is for dragon. D is for dragon, and you've just called it a goose.
Yeah, later on, goose! What? We flying a goose!
Oh, that's at least a Canadian goose.
That's a big fucking goose!
As he goes goose and looks at you happily, you hear a softer voice come from the other side of the room. Was someone looking for me?
Yep. Hi.
There's a little gnome that's holding a couple of books with her. She sort of walks out into the sort of where Bark walked over and stared down. She walks over to that bit and puts the books there. And turns out, can I help?
Yeah. So this. You okay?
It's fine.
What's wrong?
1 second. She pulls out a bit of feed, holds her hand like this, and this fairy dragon suddenly appears on her shoulder.
Oh, don't give it to her.
And it starts eating food out of her hand.
Scabby steals it.
And then she
Give nothing.
and she goes, sorry, it turned up a couple of days ago before the whole thing. It's a bit frightened.
Can I take it for a little bit? It might just need. I don't know.
She turns and goes, Chip Chip, do you want to go? And Chip Chip just vanishes. I've taken that as a no usually.
Okay.
I think he was a slave creature before.
Let's go back.
And then they communicate through sort of like magical means of messaging with like imagery and things. I think Drew helped it out, but I'm not too sure.
Maybe I can, because I can I can talk. I talk
Yeah,
into
I
people's
did.
heads.
Yeah, you
So
can. You could
I'm
communicate
not
with it.
joining.
I could communicate with it.
Was at the mark if I tried to help.
You have to see it.
Yeah,
though.
we were trying to help him.
Yes.
Could you make it appear again by chance?
I can't control it. Sorry.
Maybe try and call it.
He was excited, and we were like, excellent.
Chip,
Be
chip.
our friend then.
Chip chip,
No, I think he's gone.
chip chip, want some feed.
She pulls out a bit of like trail rations and sort of hands it to you. Just hold your hand up like this.
Chip.
Roll me an animal handling.
God, I hope this is sitting on Mark's head.
It's just like,
Chip, chip. Oh, my head's warm. Chip, chip.
16.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
it's wisdom.
You're doing this, and then appearing on the table near where you're holding your hands, the fairy dragon appears, and you can sort of hold the food
Okay,
out
you're
for it.
going over there, Johnny.
I'm also gonna try and communicate with him
Yep.
and say that I'm a friend of Drew's.
You say to him, friend of Drew's, and sort of, who drew is the word that comes back to you.
He is
Doesn't know
Goblin.
names.
I picture an image of Drew.
You see its tail wag a little bit and goes, that one helped me.
I'm his friend.
And
With-
this one, and sends you an image of luggage.
Yep.
And this
Just
one
decided to
sends
kill
you an
and
image
get luggage.
of some random shopkeeper looking guy.
Yeah,
And it steps back. It steps back a couple of
I
feet.
know that shopkeeper, but he's not particularly my friend.
It sort of sits back a little bit further.
So a little bit your friend.
He's a bad man, isn't he?
One time he slipped me some drugs.
Not a cool guy.
Would
Didn't
you like to
expect it.
come
Took me
with
drugs anyway.
Drew, me, and luggage? Be safe away from the man?
It turns and looks at Gabby. No, sorry, Abby. And Abby kind of looks at it and goes, I mean, if you
Wait.
want to look after it, if you're a dragon.
It is Gabby. Gabrielle.
Gabby.
That's-
Gabby?
Yeah. When you said Abby, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Gabby disappears. Gabby reappears. I died!
They're quite expensive to look after. Are you sure you want to? I mean,
you
you've
say
got
you're the only one that can afford it.
You got your pet. Mark.
I think, yep.
Well, a bit of,
I think he will be
I reckon
a
we
lot
should take it
happier with
back
us.
to
if I can use it for
Might like
contraption,
roll me in persuasion.
then maybe.
God.
Better like
This one doesn't even know that you're with us, technically.
3.
I think it might be safer for him to stay here.
Let Bark ever go. Let Bark ever go.
Hey, Mark, do you want to...
Fuck, he's been killing it. He might get it.
Mark, do you want to try feed him?
Bark will walk over. The food?
The fairy dragon feels no hostility.
Does he get a bonus for the type of food he's
Yeah,
I'm
potato.
pretty high with that
Barbarian,
anyway.
which means he
If
actually
it's a
has
potato,
decent
it might
wisdom.
be.
Bark will walk over to the fairy dragon with the food and sort of hold it there and walk from sighting out of his hand. And he goes, "Good goose." Goose.
I want to just call him Goose now.
He comes back with it and he's like, Goose, I'm like,
You know what?
Hi, Goose.
Sure. I guess your name's Goose.
Okay.
Fuck it.
it's
So,
like when you can let the kid name it.
Telepath, would you like to come with us and
Come on.
Roll me a persuasion.
You get another roll.
I'd go with advantage.
One more.
Oh.
Natural one.
It's the wrong dice. It's the wrong
Yeah,
dice.
give it another dice. Give it another dice.
Zero dice.
Do it.
It was an advantage.
Oh my god, 10.
What was the highest one you got?
10. Did you not have any... Wait, what is this?
It's persuasion.
What is your persuasion?
nothing?
God damn it! Why are you not me?
Because she's punching.
Yeah, true. Punch your words better.
The fairy dragon kind of looks at you.
Jesus!
It finishes eating and it kind of looks up at Bart and looks at you again and then just vanishes.
Does it make that noise too?
Yes.
We're never getting that stupid thing.
Alright, I'm sure I'll go to the library at some point.
We're gonna leave. We're just gonna pick up the shit and be like,
God damn it. Shit. Well, maybe if I sit here, I'll come back.
Are you going to sit down?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and wait for him to come back. So I'm non-threatening.
With a net.
Roll me animal handling.
But also, what? She go and see Cappy?
Because
We actually established that yet?
no, for
She
money.
was after money in the
Oh.
first place, and now she's talking to her.
I'm gonna
Priorities of tieflings. Fickle creatures. Priority shit.
22.
You sit there and you start meditating and Abby sort of walks away.
You make a hit
So,
out of bird seed.
okay.
I must complete my dragon.
Like, she sees that
My
you're
village is on
clearly being
fire.
distracted by something, so she goes behind the desk and sort of starts doing some other stuff. Obviously, she's there for you to, when you're needed. She's obviously dealt with people like you who've come in for one thing and then just vanish in brain sense.
Hi.
Part of the way through you sitting there, you feel like the ground move a little bit as Bark is now sitting next to you and attempting to meditate as well. And while he's sitting there, every now and then he goes, quack,
Not even right.
quack,
That is right.
It's right for him.
Yeah.
quack.
Are you trying to summon the goose?
Bark turns and goes, duck.
Okay. Continue to meditate.
God, I hope a duck shows up.
Roll concentration. Can you save in meditation while he's quacking?
You spend about half an hour sitting here and you sort of look up, you just feel like you need to look up for a reason. You look up and the fairy dragon is sitting a few feet away from you and it seems to be sitting down, not quite like curling, sort of waiting. It just sort of seems like a cat does. It just sits there looking at you.
I'm not good with animals, but I've merged with a bear once.
It looks at you.
Is that your persuasion?
No.
I've been inside a bear once. No.
Fuck off! Fuck off!
I taught this man to read. Goose!
It's
He's not a man.
You are a very special creature, and I believe you need to be in a safe space with people that care about you, like Drew and Luggage.
Are you the PC monk?
Yes!
What colour is he?
orange. It tilts its head the
That's
other way.
what I like. Similar
Kind of
color.
And then it sort of looks back at you again, and you get an image in your head of this. You've seen the marketplace. You see this image of probably a couple of days ago of the market with people rushing around, and there's this almost comic book-esque story of it's caged up, and then you see people approaching and sort of poking in, and you can see, you kind of feel this emotion behind it, trying to tell you that it was trapped in a cage for a while. and then it sees a goblin, and then it doesn't see a goblin, and then the cage is opened, and then it's like free, and then it has an image of looking down at the marketplace, and it has an image of Fitz, luggage, Johnny, sort of walking around, yelling, looking like they're looking for it, and then it has an image of it sitting at the Athenaeum as like this dangerous attack is going on, and then it has an image of Gabby finding it and sort of looking after it. And that basically it tells you I got free, but things got really scary. I'm been safe since I've been here. I don't want to get back out there. So how am I going to be safer with you?
You'll never be in a cage or stuck inside again.
Roll me a persuasion advantage.
You're arguing freedom.
What's advantage?
Oh, you get to roll it twice and you
Okay.
take the highest number.
Did you want to try different dice?
I can keep it safe.
17, that's more like it.
17.
It looks at Bark, and then you,
Is Mark going to try
and
again?
wanders over to Bark and climbs up onto his shoulder and goes, here, nuzzled in between this massive sword that's on Bark and his head.
If that's a comfortable space, you can sit there, or you can come and sit on my shoulder.
There's room here.
Okay.
That's safe.
You can sit there then.
And he just vanishes. And Bark is sitting there going, there's something on me.
It's Goose.
Goose! Hi, Goose. He sort of turns his head.
We want to teach him properly.
Alright, I saved him from naming something else, something really random.
Fire, this massive red dragon flying in the sky.
Big goose, big goose. Guys, there's a big goose. Oh
Hey,
no, dragon along.
I just got you the fairy dragon, right? You can call it a
No,
fucking
you
goose.
didn't. You got Bark, a fairy dragon.
He's with me, therefore.
Bark doesn't know how to
What
use
else are you
them.
going to do?
He's probably smarter than him.
I'm gonna go to that picture of the shop where he was, the marketplace, and I'm gonna go.
The
Definitely
spot
not safe.
that it was showing in the marketplace
Definitely not safe.
is
Get
not
out
anymore.
for
It's a
putting that
temporary
idea
setup.
into his head.
It's not
Hey, there were 6 toys back
Is
in
the
the day.
guy still there? No.
He was a passing merchant, basically.
I will also head towards the
Definitely not
marketplace as a note.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back to the ship then.
Okay.
It's okay. just
You're
come
in the
over
middle
this
of
way,
wandering
we're
back to the
fine.
ship.
Get away from the bad man.
At the same time,
Reminds me of the wanky in the front.
you basically end up back in the marketplace at the same time luggage is wandering into the marketplace, to which you know this because you immediately hear luggage from behind you.
Ah! Hello again.
Bart walks over to you and goes,
High five.
I have a goose.
It pointed his like little necklace, his thing. It is a duck.
That's duck, that's goose. There is
Mounted the hilt on the. That is duck.
no, duck, goose.
Duck, duck, goose.
What is?
Fairy dragon.
There is nothing there.
Put my hand into this empty space.
There's nothing there.
It's gone.
What have you done to Bark? And I grab him by the shoulder and start walking him.
You do not associate with this one.
Book.
Book.
He pulls out his book.
Which one? I start flicking through pages.
You get to dragon. He goes, goose. Little goose.
Roll.
No
frustration.
read with her. Not goose.
Hey, he can read with me if he wants.
Not goose. Dragon. Dragon.
Drag. He puts his hand on the ground and starts drag. Give. And then does it again.
Remember ship? On flying ship?
Ah.
Luggage jump onto dragon.
Giant dragon.
Good. Dragon.
Goose.
Dragon.
Goose.
Dragon.
But little goose. Little goose is gone. And he sits down.
History.
Goose? What goose? Little
He sits there and he looks.
I'm frustrated for a moment. Little
Come
looking
here.
at small fairy dragon.
Yes, I just said that.
There is no dragon.
There is no spoon.
Turn on your infrared goggles.
Where is this? Where is this fairy dragon?
I don't know.
Bastard.
He was gonna come with us. He probably fucked off.
That fairy dragon's close by. It's gonna roll for hurt.
Roll for feels.
Yeah. Good work, you got it, then immediately pissed it off.
At least I got
Very-
it, motherfucker.
Very confused.
They got it as a group.
And I just okay.
Cricket,
Pat
I
him on the
saved
head.
it.
Oh, you're
Small
sucked.
Y'all were
You
like,
go
how
to
can we
pet,
have
I
this
don't
as
like you-
ours? I'm
you
like,
pet-
let it free.
I was
you fucking
Empty
suckers.
space that's actually slightly above his head.
That,
Like there's just something in the way.
It's like trying to barter with the salesman. How much to have this as mine? I'm like,
Dragon?
no, let it go.
Little dragon.
You get an image in your head of your point of view of it, so you can see yourself looking at yourself.
Luggage.
Ah, jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Can I reply?
You can.
This is
I
a stupid conversation.
I said the exact same thing back of me looking in some form of a mirror. Luggage.
You are me.
You hear.
I pull out a scrap of meat. And as he goes to try and grab no.
Suddenly, this fairy dragon appears.
Ah. Hello again. Goodbye.
And there is just the sound of it eating. As Bart goes, Goose?
Goose is following you. It's
Dragon.
okay.
Goose.
Goose.
Dragon.
Goose.
Yes, goose.
Oh, negative
Dragon.
reinforcement.
Goose!
I send a mental thing to him directly, showing him the image of this fairy dragon and screaming in his mind, "Dragon!"
Bart stands up and goes bright red and just goes, Goose!
You're not gonna win this one,
I
mate.
feel like you need to roll an intimidation against Dino. You fucked up. You fucked up, I promise you, child.
And then look at you. What are you doing?
I
America?
Forgetting this.
Yeah.
He's broken again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to go get
Alright,
some
I'll fix
money,
them later.
and then I. Yeah.
Money.
Yes, you have money. I don't. I had to go and earn some.
I give to power. Get money.
What?
Give magic to stone. Get money.
Roll me.
Yeah.
The fuck?
That's a
Roll me
straight.
a straight wisdom.
Oh, you've got this.
How long has she been in this
You
town?
have a +4.
She wouldn't know. This isn't something that's wide knowledge.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
you're
what I
sucking.
That's why it's straight wisdom.
9.
You would understand the process of what he's explaining, but you don't know what the heck he's talking about.
Explain more.
There is a building that way. Has a stone. Magic stone. Put my hand on it. Give it my magic. They
You,
give me money.
based off that description, you also understand that you wouldn't be able to do
Yeah.
that because you can't.
That's not helpful.
Oh. Money? Like 2 gold coins.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Put that back in.
I
Must take
have
weapon back
19.
I must take weapon back now.
Okay.
Would you like
Would
a
you like to
receipt?
follow? I can show you a person who has lots of money. He is a good friend of mine.
It's not Johnny, is it?
Negative.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure.
Johnny has debt, not money.
Johnny has money, just not available to
What,
him.
what would you two like to be doing in airship? Anything in particular, or
Still just.
I assume we're still just.
you're still
working on-
renovating and breaking things?
I've now joined in the renovations.
I'm just trying to get some
I've-
money. I'm broke as hell.
Okay.
Just giving you orders. Lift that one over there.
I
Put that over
spent an
there.
hour, made a tool belt, and a sweet hat, and now I'm in guts.
We're like halfway done.
I'm ready to help. I spent all this time on my outfit.
And come here, I'm going to use you as a ladder.
Roll me
Hammering. We're both hammering.
no. Persuasion and Drew and Luggage, who are you guys both physically
It's not
doing
going
things,
well.
or are you okay? Roll an insight based off his persuasion to how well,
And luggage. That's Johnny.
based on how well his instructions get carried over.
What he's telling you, how
Wouldn't
much
that
you
be
understand.
an int roll to understand his? Because I'm willing to do whatever he's telling me to do.
I might do my own thing.
Yeah, that one needs to roll.
You're like, you deal with the kitchen.
But I mean,
I'm
I
like,
guess
yes!
insight kind of.
Insight would work to understand someone, yes.
12. I don't think
Either insight or just straight
Yeah, it's
intelligence.
the same. Yeah.
Can we go with Dix? No.
Can we go with
You
performance?
can go on if you really want to.
I understand!
It screamed at me last time.
I'm like, no, can I just go
Just break into a turn of dance.
Your performance is how well you pretend like you're doing what he
13.
thought. Well, you make it
I
back.
can't go again. I can't go again right now. So I'm just going.
It's a new day.
It's getting haunted
You
though.
can. You've still got.
It's a new day.
It's getting haunted though. Okay, I'll go again.
Not necessarily a bad haunted, but a good haunted.
Who knows? It might
Might
give
do
us a new...
things to me. Like
We
at
might
night.
get a new party member.
It's
Not
gonna
like
do
we
stuff
need one.
to you.
Whatever it does.
Yeah, but then it might steal my rolls.
It's almost as big as a Final Fantasy game.
What's it really worth it?
You should see the game I've got with these guys.
8.
Every single thing he finds, he either
What's
knocks it
5?
unconscious and brings it back, or
Now it's
intimidates it to be its friend.
13.
So I got it.
Cool.
Bullying.
You can, based off his strange instructions, based off the way he's explaining things, you kind of get an idea of where things are supposed to be removed and where space should be taken up. So you're able to figure out where the lining out of things will be and where things will need to be moved. What were you?
12.
I
misunderstand.
You actually understand
Oh my god.
where things are supposed to be. You don't know why things are supposed to be placed in places, but you understand this is meant to be put here.
Yeah.
This is meant to be going
You're
here.
there. I see.
Yeah, I know. I know me.
Cool. We're going to take a break.
Have a Tic Tac. Not sponsored.
Well, if you want to send us free Kit Kat.
We're sponsored by Dipkick. The Russian equivalent. Dipkick. We can't afford Kit Kat.
We'll put us to ad now, Simon.
Hey dude, do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Of course you do.
You like people with New Zealand accent? Of course you do, gay.
Well, what if we told you there was a podcast that did both of those things in equal measure?
Guess what? There is. Wake up, bucko. It's called a Fate of Ice.
And it's your new favorite tabletop role-playing podcast.
Except for the one you're except for the Christmas, by the way.
Roll dice, laugh a lot. Tell me, surprisingly compelling tale about a fucking group of weirdos.
Hey, who you calling a weirdo?
Who's lived up the West, who quote-unquote saved the world of Iron Man.
There's action, excitement, and there's a lot of apples. Seriously, there's way too many apples. It got way out of proportion.
Weird as mine. They band together to fight and escape the drow infested deep down under to bring news of a new threat. This is a tale of the Guardians of the Gigaxy.
Hey there, you beautiful person, you. Do you like podcasts? Well, that's a stupid question because of course you do. Hi, my name is Harley and I'm from the Necropodicon Network. I'm here invading your personal space because I wanted to invite you to come check out our shows. Oh man, we have a whole bunch, just like a big old sort of bag of candy type of deal. We have true crime, comedy, TTRPGs of varying kinds, movie reviews. The list goes on, I just don't have enough spit out. You can find all of these shows and more on our website, necropodicon.com. We also have extra profiles for every show on the network. What that means is you get to see our beautiful faces for free. The website is constantly being updated, so come on over and have a good time. What are you waiting for? No, seriously, what are you waiting for? You're on your phone or your computer. All you have to do is
Hello, mate. It's Nelson was here. Do you want candy? You want candy, mate? Do you want one? That's what nuns do. We have toilet room. Can I take something home with me?
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, the whole bag of bullshit. Nice. With a very large garden, and it is also covered in wool.
Christian likes you, but only because you're huge and intimidating. And he just kind of grimaces while you massage shit into his cheek.
No, baby, no. You want some of that, mate?
We don't get any more out of them.
They're just small. Oh, I'm a bit more. How you going?
Hi, I'm Molly Craft.
Hello. Hello, little fella. That will master himself. You've done well, mate. Fat men like bluff.
So you take a seat. He glares at your shit sack.
This slowly expanding pool. Yeah, the thing that's coming out from it. Yeah.
And he makes a show of picking it up gently as if he respects it, and then very kindly like putting it on the floor, not far away from your sacks, but not on the same page.
Therefore shouts quite loudly. It's a good move, mate. It's full of shit.
Leaving the muffin is a very good muffin. When I was in the bathroom store and I overheard these young folks, I just wanted to come down and I've always wanted to do good. So here I am.
as the party makes their way to the Ordox Emporium, which is the name of the sky shop.
Okay.
I will wander in.
So you wander up to the door.
In here. This man has money.
Hi.
So you wander into the shop. There's the dinging sound of a bell as the shop opens, and standing on the other side of the counter is some guy who's just sort of writing things down. Then he looks up and goes, "Hello, can I help you? Luggage.
Hello again.
Welcome back."
I broke your tool.
Oh, and he wanders over and goes, "How?"
I hit something with it. Does something stop moving? It turned into this. It turned into something else beforehand.
So that's what the transmutation was.
I can experiment further. There is nothing to kill at the moment, though. I like this weapon.
If I gave you a notebook that was linked to another notebook that I have, and you wrote down what happened with this, could you update me?
You mean like the
Carry on with experimenting.
I have like a binder full of this fucking
what's it
thing.
called? The chatter.
Yes, exactly like a chatterbook.
Okay.
He wanders around the
God,
back,
he's gonna come show that off to Drew.
and he comes back.
taking that.
He comes back with a notebook that has about 3 or 4 pages in it. He goes, "Keep the notes simple, as it's limited pages." And he hands you the book.
Warhammer.
Loads of pages. 3.
That'll work. Okay.
Yeah. She needs money.
Hello there.
Hi.
You're a female, Deakley. Don't see many of your kind here. The last one that came in here was a bit of a dick.
Yeah, I gathered that. He is a bit of a cock, isn't he?
So you've met Johnny then.
Unfortunately.
Every woman's response.
Are you also friends with a golden goblin?
Yes, I am.
That's good.
I met her today.
You mean Drew?
No.
Her.
Yes.
Welcome to my shop.
Hi.
Are you looking for enchanted
I
wares?
feel like he does a spin when he says welcome to my shop.
When he does this, spits of fireworks.
Yeah.
A bunch of majesties.
You tell me what you've got.
Backup dancers.
He made the papoose.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's a comfy papoose you've made.
You ended up with it. Interesting. It was a commission from Johnny.
Johnny hasn't used it, but it's a really comfy papoose.
Yeah, not a funny.
He also made this. And I go, on a belt that's pretty much the only piece of clothing I have on myself.
And he's suddenly wearing a massive set of overalls. He wanted to look less conspicuous.
Disguise.
Okay.
Still big metal,
I hope they're
mechanical
they're
thing.
blue and they say luggage's painting service.
I think they're orange. I think was what we figured out.
Oh, that means you're like a mechanic.
He looks less conspicuous than I do. Red tiefling with horns and a tail.
I mean, depending on which city you go to, yes, that's true.
Holding my hand. I can get rid of tail.
Nope, I like my tail.
Horns?
Nope, like my horns.
Okay.
I specialize mainly in the township of wares and things that people can wear with enchantments. I also have a smaller connected business next door, which is currently on lockdown as of the chaos of everything, which has more adventuring gear. It doesn't get many people in. But yes, I have a variety of things. If you're looking for things, I can do commissions based off what you would request for sorts.
How much do your commissions generally cost?
It depends on the complicatedness of the outfits.
Well.
Cheap. That was cheap, yes. It was 2 gold.
And how much did the papoose cost?
That was also 2 gold. It's a simple enchantment connected onto the flashlight.
That's a comfy papoose.
I don't need papoose. Drew sits here. On my one dented pauldron.
With the name engraved in.
I don't know. Can you make a cloak that makes me seem less scary to people?
Would you like just a regular cloak? As he wanders over to the other side of the room and pulls out a rack that has like 4 or 5 different coloured cloaks that have exactly the same design. Would you just like a regular cloak or an enchanted one that actually magically changes how you look to people?
You are not scary.
Or a flamboyant.
Oh.
It's got beautiful feathers.
You are too scary.
Would you like to be even more so out there?
Yeah. Distract them from your face.
I'm not ugly.
You're saying you're ugly.
No, I'm saying I'm scary. I'm not ugly. I don't know. What enchanted ones do you have?
I have a few different enchantment-based ones. They're a little bit more on the pricey side. They carry a disguise-based sort of magic to them to change what your race can look like. Helpful for blending in areas. Its downfall is you've got to be wearing the hood of the whole thing, so if you pull the hood up, oh, your race is there. And let me show you. When he wanders around to the other side of the shop and comes back wearing a cloak. And he goes, like this, and pulls his hood over, and his face changes to look like an elf. And then he pulls it back and he looks like a human. It only works in the small areas.
Okay. How much would one of those be?
For the basic enchantment-based one?
Yes.
You're wanting a human-based one, yes?
Yes.
Okay, we can do this. That'll cost... Yes?
Duck?
Goose?
Duck.
What about a duck?
Be duck. Duck, not scary. Duck, cute. Duck, fluffy.
An animal.
What about a bear?
Do you want to look like a walking bear?
Bear's scary.
If I get on all fours.
Bear is scary.
That's not a typical one. I might have to enchant that up myself.
How much would a bear...
You will carry none of the characteristics of a bear other than looking like a bear.
Yup, that's it. I just want to look like a bear.
10 gold.
I need money. This is a good...
Yep, I want a bear.
I can't
Yep,
talk.
I want to look like a bear.
Would you like it to be an active bit of clothing that you can remove, or would you like it to be the actual magical enchantment?
Be a polar bear.
Clothing that I can remove.
Clothing you can remove. Very well. Hooded cloak or something else?
Hooded cloak.
Hooded cloak. In any particular colour. We're starting from scratch here. You can work with anything.
Red.
No. Light brown.
A light brown.
How will you buy if you don't have money?
I have some money. I just earned some money.
If you shut up, you'll pay.
Put my bag away.
Yeah.
No, I don't want him to pay. I feel bad.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, luggage does
Luggage
not.
doesn't care about money.
I mean, if you want to pay luggage.
He's an immortal being.
You said you have it. Okay.
Oh no, it seems I forgot my money luggage. Could you pay?
Roll deception, please.
Where's my wallet?
Insight to the deception.
Yeah, you're not good at me.
No, I've got 14.
14.
I've got plus 7%.
Where's luggage
Oh,
again?
that's not bad.
You.
Luggage disappeared.
No, deception.
Yeah,
Not
easy.
perception.
You're trying to
7.
deceive me, not look at me.
You look like you could give me money.
Yeah.
11.
You have a bolo tie. You've got
What do you
money.
roll?
7.
She's lying.
Oh.
You've learned from Johnny not to trust liars.
Do you not have enough?
I do. I just didn't want to use my money.
Oh, okay then. Put out the entire 18 gold coins on the counter for him.
This is only 10. He takes 10 gold out of the bag, hands you the bag back.
People know not to rip off luggage.
Thanks, luggage. Yay, sympathy vibe.
Goose?
It'll take about a day or so for the enchantment to be going through. Return here, and I can present it to you.
Back, papoose me.
Like,
He's
jump
outside.
out, Iron Man style.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, you're scary. Okay.
Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye, luggage.
Walk outside.
Papoose me.
You're up.
Rage, rage, rage. To the ship.
To the ship. Jump, jump,
Yep.
jump, jump, jump,
Bark
jump,
just
jump,
bolts.
jump.
Bark goes angry and just runs.
I fly. Not actually full Superman up in the air.
No,
I'm a lazy monk.
You
At
don't
the right
move.
pace about that
You
far
get
off
to
the
the
ground.
door, and Bark stops, and there's some guards sitting there, kind of looking at him. He goes, outside.
I had
Turns to the guards, and the guards kind of all look at him, and then one of the guards goes, yeah, they were going in and out quickly before. All right. And then one of them
luggage can keep
That
up
was
with
not
it.
quick.
At 120 full pace, luggage can probably keep up with Bark running.
That's fair. It doesn't stop Bark running through a solid door.
More along the lines of, he goes, say outside, I pull out my thing and just go,
Yeah,
leave.
They recognized her before when she'd convinced them that she was just going in and out, and then she leaves.
Yep.
So you guys make your way back down to the airship. During this time, most of the cabins, the cockpit quarters, have basically been completely demolished now, in terms of the walls and things, and you guys are able to you've basically exposed these sort of magical basically the magical wiring from around the actual ship, and you've been able to move a bunch of the equipment from
This
where
is
it
an
was
Earth,
sitting.
we have a problem.
So further into the cabin, you basically moved most of the gear closer in, and that's about as far as you've gotten. And
do I hear a dwarf calling out for Henry? Or for Johnny?
Who's Henry?
Walking through? Or flying through?
Yeah. Demolishing.
Roll me a perception when you guys arrive.
9?
No.
9?
Thank God.
So you guys make it to the airship, and I'm assuming you close up the airship when you get in?
I will.
You will?
From the papoose. I'm not getting out of this papoose.
You're inside, right?
Yeah, they're all inside.
I'm working on the kitchen.
What's
I'm
happening
no.
with the trees?
Yeah, some of the trees have been destroyed.
I am making a stove.
Out of wood.
Isn't that just a fire?
It's like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, except the housing is also wood, so I'm going to spend like 6 hours whittling and it's going to be used in 30 seconds.
And then as soon as you light that on fire, the rest of the ship is...
So just don't?
No, I feel like luggage is going to come and fix it and I won't notice.
So
that's a problem.
As the late afternoon draws to more of an evening, what are you guys doing for food?
I'm cooking.
I'm gonna go back and fish.
And as he starts handing out food, or starting to cook, I go and start handing out food to everyone.
Right.
Cool.
Fitz will also fish. I remember that rod I got. Ages ago.
Yeah, but I can breathe underwater, so you know.
So can I.
Ah, she.
With my item though.
You can also technically fly underwater, or swim.
So
in massive bay.
we've got you two plus a bear out fishing.
Bring me fish.
Bark has also walked with you guys out to go fishing, and he's
water.
sitting on the beach with the bear next to him, and he's patting the bear as you two are out fishing. Every now and then he says something like just to nothing.
And as luggage comes to deliver the food that he has to you guys, which is just pretty much like dried fruit and dried meat and dried bread, like hard bread, rations as such, handing them over to you guys who look at you and ask a question. You are a monk, yes?
Yes.
You punch things, yes?
Yes.
I met monk on other water. Looked like fish. Didn't like fire.
Monkfish?
Monk.
Fish monk. And I'll send you an image of, if I'm correct, I will then send you the mental image of, if I am correct, your own master.
Vados. Yep.
Yeah, Vados.
Ah! Monkfish! Yes!
His nickname, Monkfish.
Monkfish!
Yeah, that hit show
My
on
homie!
Stoneway of Monk.
Monkfish angry. Monkfish don't like fire.
Yes. Yes, he doesn't.
His family was killed in a fiery blaze. And he's a fish.
And everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
The fish people were the first to go.
Everything changed when luggage turned up.
It's a species that lives primarily underwater, so fire is not something that they generally like.
You're like, oh, lava.
Your point being?
I know, monkfish.
Okay.
So
That's
sexy.
it. Fish. Quick.
she immediately just drops into the water.
Just like the ocean.
She said fish, right? As she went in.
Actually, I can assume this conversation has been going as it's been going into the water, and you've actually been having this conversation underwater because he doesn't breathe either.
Difference as you swim and just walk.
You just
along
like you're in power armor and full.
Yeah, exactly. Except I don't have oxygen, unlike
Drew,
Fuller.
what are you doing?
Yes.
Half the party seems to be fishing. Are you fishing also, or are you sitting on the airship?
I'm preparing the vegetables.
He's been
I want
fed.
some real food, not rations.
I'm preparing vegetables. for the
I'm
fish.
nibbling on the rations
Are you
I've been given
at the-
while in the kitchen watching this one.
Yeah, making sure I don't screw it up. Alright, can I roll for
Roll for food,
For
roll for
preparation.
perception.
Terrible.
And it's not relevant for what's going on.
Okay, cool.
What is food? I need some help.
Performance.
Oh yeah, that could work.
He's not cooking so much as he's making it look nice.
Performance 20, not natural.
He's taking the rations that have been left in the ship.
No, I'm preparing vegetables. I know fish will show up. So I'm getting the dish
Okay,
ready.
Cool. As you're watching him aimlessly sort of make rations look like intriguing to actually eat for once. As this is happening, every now and then you'll see Dark sort of like reach over and take something and just sort of munch next to you.
Son of a bitch.
As this nice sound, you hear a knocking on the lower part of the ship.
Hola. Wait.
As in, once that conversation is done, and I can go back to the ship myself.
Okay.
I can't fish with the ground. I tried that before, it didn't work.
Fire.
I go to where the knocking is.
This is the lower deck of the ship.
Yep.
Someone's knocking at the
I was the one who didn't sleep.
Door.
But the door is open, so it's more about an echoing noise. So you walk down, and there's this dwarf standing near the entrance, and he looks a bit ashamed.
Okay.
I apologize. I'm looking for Johnny. He is a blue tiefling. I have been looking for him for a few weeks now.
I'm currently wearing an apron in a chef's house.
Don't recall it, Johnny.
My horns go through the ship.
I've gotten enough information that he's been coming in the area. He pulls out his Athena things. I'm on Athena business.
I know a thiefling, but it's not Johnny.
It's not Johnny. Roll me a deception.
Sergeant Pumpernickel.
That's the one.
He was part of the Splatoon army.
Oh, God. He was a great man. Told a lot of stories like this.
9.
He kind of looks at you, sort of perplexed.
I'm still just sitting there eating.
I can smell
rations
Johnny's
and
bad
bottles.
cooking from here.
I can smell burning rations.
He sits there and goes, "You wouldn't perhaps be Drew by any chance? Then, can I ask a request? If you are to come across Johnny, please let me know."
Hands you a book.
Doesn't hand her a book.
Everybody has those fucking books.
George's.
Thank you. When he turns and walks down the ship, you see the dwarf walking off the ship.
Hello,
I have no idea who he is, though.
Johnny's in the ship.
He stops and turns to him. "Are you luggage?
Affirmative.
You are bigger than expected."
Negative.
You are small.
Size as should be.
Oh, sick
Fair.
burn.
Can be. There you go.
All right then. It's not really what I was expecting to have to. All right.
Johnny's
So
in the
he's
ship.
like up to about my shin currently. Go down at a
Hey, over here. Hey,
He steps back and goes, "You haven't seen a blue tiefling around, have you?"
Wolfman.
Oh no, he doesn't know to lie.
You can lie. I don't need to though.
Do you know
Does
not?
he
You
does
hear
he buy
a-
what Steven's saying? Does what Steven's saying?
If you're on the shore, you can see luggage has grown in size, and there is a smaller species of something next to him.
Quickly shoot luggage in the head.
Fitz would remember this one.
What's that?
Where is Drew on this?
Drew's on the airship.
Yeah, whereabouts in this sort of thing?
Like
But
in the
she's just
doorway.
like,
He's basically turned up in the doorway.
down. Hear that?
I think he's on the ground here, Tiki.
I just signal at you to come in.
Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. I'm like next to Fitz going, take the shot.
You can't. You're up in the kitchen.
Come on, buddy.
Okay.
He's in the kitchen.
As I take the step over, I have seen a blue tiefling. Oh, I just keep walking towards them. Shit that I'm probably about halfway up technically at this point. I can't get in the door.
He's grown in size.
What are you doing? Go to your normal size.
Dwarf said
Ignore him.
smaller than.
Just ignore him.
The dwarf sort of nods his head and starts wandering back towards the market area.
Oh my!
No, I think
You haven't even introduced yourself. I don't like it. Just sort of narrow eyes, like
Fitz wants to convince him that he's been digging underground here.
So you've seen this dwarf just
I
walk
want
away
an
from the
easy
airship.
way
So
to
you
get some iron, okay? I want to convince him that he's digging. He's gone underground here.
I just realised with my size growth, I can actually fit humans inside me.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Yeah, but what about when it stops?
the dwarf sort of looks over in your direction at Bark, a bear, and you sitting on this like beachside fishing, and just kind of turns. And
He's there!
just splash, 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 and it. Oh, in there! He's in there!
he turns and walks back into the market.
Motherfucker!
He doesn't trust me anymore, does he?
You're the one who turned me into a wrecking ball.
I assume
Why would I trust you?
He ignored the fact that I said I have seen a blue tiefling?
He missed you say that.
Oh, right, okay, cool. At which point, I'm being
Good.
told to shrink. I will shrink. And then remember, oh, I have Chatterbook.
Okay.
Shopkeeper say, keep weapon. Tell him when it changes.
Go.
He's basically holding a 3-page notebook.
Okay, cool.
Put it away.
Just like, what do you want? What?
As a note, mid-combat, I'm probably going to pull out this book and write it. As
It'll
it's
take
Like when your
action
pet
to do
comes
that.
up and he's like, hey, 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 you're like, what?
He's just like, pause.
I got a mouse.
Yeah, cool.
smash one to pieces, like 4 people around me. Hold on, one moment.
So about half an hour goes by, and you've fished up a couple more fish to bring inside to cook if you want, or you can just feed them to the bear to eat raw.
I'll feed one to the bear, but one for myself.
Cool.
Raw?
Yes.
So you
That's a pound.
you guys wander back to the airship.
Did I get a
As you get to
bonus
the
for fishing? So I got my special. It's not really a special role.
Roll me
Excellent. So like,
Roll me.
wait.
plus dex.
That should be 22.
Plus 5.
Yes.
You get 22 fish. With one throw.
yeah.
6 fish.
God damn.
So how big are they? Is there a possible like shark in there? Maybe a whale?
They're kind of that kind of size.
It's decent. It's decent.
You're at shore. You're not gonna get a shark or a whale. Think about it.
You get a very lost. You get a beached whale. You beached a whale. Peter comes out furious.
Damn it! Now we're gonna have to kill it.
And Peter.
So you guys come back to the airship and go up into the kitchen to sort out your food and things.
Peter, he is my friend.
I returned to the kitchen.
You return to the kitchen.
When they renovating the kitchen, it's not done yet, is it?
They
No,
haven't
they're coming
started
tomorrow.
yet.
Oh, okay.
There is a kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically a bunch of boxes with like painted versions of what the
Yeah.
equipment actually is. It's not actually a functioning.
So it was a good call, Sam.
Is there any pots in here? Or?
Pot.
No, there are boxes that
I have a small wooden box that you heat up.
Clang, clang, clang.
there are some pots and things that are around.
Pull out the cooking kit that I have with me.
No, I feel like the pots I have are other people's helmets. And then you give me that and I'm like, oh, that's way better. And then I just take what I have, put it into your pots and toss the helmets out the window.
Fitz will grab a pot
a non-painted box, okay, a pot.
Yep.
And you'll set up his flame turret, and you'll use that to help him cook.
And I'm like, look at you like, my god.
You'll have to set it up outside.
Yeah, because it's 15 foot.
Basically,
put it on there. Inferno.
You basically walk up to the top deck and you put a couple of sort of boxes, and then on top of that you put you wet a couple of rags and put them on that, and then the pot there, and then you set up the flame turret, sit there, and it just shoots these pots, and then just slowly.
No, I feel like it should be going vertical.
That's what I was thinking.
No, one of us has to stand on top of luggage so it's not too hot because we're right at the end.
Well, luggage could go fireproof, can't you?
And take half damage, yes.
Yeah, so we'll just hold it.
Yes.
Luggage grabs one of us by the legs and holds us over the flame.
I could hold it and cook it myself.
No,
Also,
if I had power left. Luggage has handed you pots, walked into his room, and gone low power.
Create something to just hang it.
I'm now officially sleeping in my room.
It's either that or we start a pile of scrap, cut off timber, and start a fire on the deck.
Just Luggage has made sure that you will give him back his utensils when you are finished.
I know. Oh, actually, what would be better? Luggage, could you just lay down for us? So we don't burn the ship?
Do you guys have any other plans for the evening?
Still takes damage, only half.
So?
I am technically at full health right now.
He's like a Swiss Army knife. You gotta use every part of him.
You really need to sleep.
You don't need to. If you're gonna do any of that kind of stuff, just wait till I've rested. It'll take 6 hours, and then I can cook you anything you want. Right?
Look, alright, I'll put my gun on fire mode, the fire element, and I'll just keep shooting at it.
So, no, you do that and I'm holding the pot. Just praying that you hit the pot.
I'll use my turret that gives temporary hit points. You know?
Impact damage. You could just light a fire outside.
I could literally throw a vial.
At this point, I'm just gonna get into the booth.
I feel like me and Fitz are just arguing about how
I'm gonna go to sleep as well.
And I'm like, I've got the pot away here, do it, mate!
As you're lying there,
Andrew's just watching this.
you've got this pot and you're all arguing. Roll me perceptions.
Oh, wait. I'm too busy watching them.
Do I need
16.
If you're paying attention.
I rolled a 5.
16.
You won't see this. You'll see this.
15.
You'll see this. You won't see this. The pot that has been set up as you're arguing, there is a small flame that is actually gushing behind it already.
Cool. Mystery flame.
What?
Which is like sitting there.
There's just this flame coming up from behind it, like something's shooting fire at it already.
Can I?
Who's the invisible fire? For once, it's not me.
So you wander over?
Yeah. But I'm standing here with the pot, and the fire's just coming up.
Yeah, there is a fairy dragon that's just going.
Am I what?
Hey, it's that guy. Goose.
That's a fairy dragon, buddy.
And it vanishes.
Oh.
And Bark is like, Goose!
It's called a fairy dragon, buddy.
No, Goose.
Why do you think it's called Goose?
Because Goose is name.
Oh, so the fairy dragon's called Goose.
He cooks well.
Here you go, Goose.
Fish.
We just Fitz will just toss one of a fish down onto the ground, onto the deck.
Cook!
Here you go, Goose.
You sit there and wait for a moment. The fairy dragon reappears,
Eats it.
picks up the fish, kind of looks at everybody, realizes it's the center of attention and goes invisible again.
Is the fish invisible too, or do we just see that?
It's considered holding the items, so the fish is invisible.
Jules is like, I can totally do that. Oh, disappear.
I can do that too.
So, 3 of you have just turned invisible.
We're playing tag while invisible.
I don't think invisible creatures can see other invisible creatures.
No.
Everyone is invisible to each other.
Yeah.
And I can't, as of yet, see anyone else.
Marco.
As of yet.
You don't have
Marco Goose.
I can do that too. Let's run off the.
Let's get blindsided eventually, don't we?
Yeah.
But I haven't moved. I'm just like.
You just see me eating a fish, like as it goes to my mouth, it goes invisible.
The moment
Yeah, you see rations just.
The moment you start performing the action of picking up the rations to eat, you become visible.
No, so I've got the cooked
It's
fish in the
spells,
pot, and I've
not
got
actions.
a knife, and every time I poke it, you see
You
it.
can
attack actions.
anything you pick up
Becomes invisible.
just ends up turning invisible.
Oh, okay.
It's
Because
amateur magic.
I know attacks turn invisible.
Yeah, attacks and magic.
Yeah.
Attack magic. Sorry, I think you can cast normal spells. on it.
No, any based spell, I think, is invisible. It's you're thinking of I think it's a true invisible or something like that. It's one above it that lets you attack or cast a spell while being invisible.
The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Okay, next time. Yeah.
Fitz will scoff and
You can pick up shits and like
move around with it.
Yeah. Fitz will be like, and you'll grab a rope, and the rope will slowly go up into the air.
If only you
and
had got spell cast invisibility.
A portal will appear, and the rope will go up into it.
You hear a
Woo! And I throw a bit of fish at you.
Considered an attack.
Yeah.
Technically.
Go, I'll take that.
Becomes an
Improvised a weapon!
Hold on. Oh no, that was a racial thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, ha! Womp
But the only
womp.
fish we got to them that was cooked.
No, they don't.
Or was getting cooked.
They don't have it anymore.
They don't get tremor sense. I'm making things up. Monks there.
I don't know what he's on about. Nor.
Roll 15.
Wonder though, I think the fairy dragon can see.
Phew. Phew.
It can cast detect invisibility.
It doesn't hit.
What are you doing?
My first
15.
tossing a fish at me.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
A bit of a fish. I assume you want the tail.
Are you
Was
guys?
that the one in the pot?
Yep, the cooked one.
Are you guys doing anything else this night? No. Cool.
Yes,
Yes,
easier
no.
than going to bed.
So the age that they go to is when the difference between them, right? Okay, cool. And just dark vision.
Where are you sleeping?
In the papoose.
In the papoose?
Yeah.
Cool.
God, I hope Bark doesn't roll around in his sleep.
Bark will go downstairs and he sits in the corner of one of the lower areas and sort of leans up with you sitting there and just kind of rests back. So you and Bark are technically sleeping in the corner.
Can we change that ever so slightly? Like he takes off the papoose and hangs it up like a jacket. With
Once my six, once my
Bark
6
is
hours
keeping
are
you
over,
warm.
I will get up and walk out the door, and kind of see them sitting there. And room is free.
They're asleep at this point if you've done that. Yeah.
Room is free.
Ah.
Bark will wake up to you, poking them.
Empty room.
Okay. He stands up, wanders to this empty room, walks in, sits down.
Which has no bed. Well, no, it does have bed.
It's got a bed, it's got nothing else.
It's just grey.
Yeah, everything's grey.
Painted grey.
No edges.
It's kind of dark, he can't see anyway, so he sort of walks in.
You're gonna wake up real confused.
And I will then spend the rest of my night tromping along the top.
Yeah.
As I did last night.
Cool, so morning will come through. Yes?
Thank God. I'd be worried if the sun didn't show.
I like how I'm in control of it. No.
No, you look like you wanted to do something else as well.
No.
The sun stops. Time stops.
So morning comes through.
My nose.
You are no longer exhausted. You've had a night's rest.
You are fully healed again.
Always a bonus.
You guys are
More
awakened.
vials for you, buddy.
You guys are awakened by the sound of a bear making a weird rooster kind of noise.
Go,
which is just, it's basically going.
Wait, what?
It's the bear.
Bark joins in.
Aaron, your bear is broken.
You hear a slight muffle. It's fine.
It is talking weird.
Fitz will chuck a fish at it.
He's in a room, so you have to open a door and throw a fish.
Fitz will do.
You want to curve the fish.
You walk in, open the door to throw the fish, and Aaron is standing right at the doorway as you stand like this with the fish, and he goes, "Fitz."
Between his legs.
Too much of an up.
Make it a performance roll. He can do it.
Are you trying to hit the fish at the bear?
Yeah.
Okay, roll at disadvantage to hit him.
Disturbs Fitz sleep. Is it Dex?
It's yeah, it'd be just Dex. You would. It's an improvised weapon.
16.
So you do this, and the fish goes between Aaron's legs and just kind of slides on the ground behind him. He turns back, and you hear the sound of the straw. The bear is just eating the fish now. Aaron turns and looks at you and goes, "You right?"
Oh, no, I'm not alright.
Far from it.
It's waking me up.
I mean, if you asked him not to, then it would have been fine. Just don't. You got to tell him the night before if you want to sleep in. Otherwise, he won't know. He closes the door and wanders down.
I feel like the really light sleepers would be woken up by me anyway.
Yeah.
Stop.
He's in the room that's directly opposite of those.
Yeah.
Your thumping puts me to sleep. It reminds me of the guards back at home.
Outside your jail cell.
And my bedroom when I was younger.
You were undisturbed when the papoose moved locations, so when you wake up, you're suddenly seeing grey everywhere.
Just like my mind.
Always neutral? We are the people of neutral.
That would make sense for a moment.
Yeah.
The fuck? Why is everything grey?
There's a sound from Bark behind you, who's still left you on the papoose, and has actually pushed the bed sideways, and he's been lying into the mattress like he's been sleeping on the bed sideways, and he's just been lying against it like this.
He has bad knees, so he can't lay down.
Bark! Where are we?
Room.
Where's the door? But it's all grey. I can't see.
It points in sort of a direction where you once you turn and look, you see that there is a door there.
Okay.
It's of a slight different hue, probably because it was painted at a different time.
I'm still waking up. I didn't have my coffee.
You have to use a harder paint on doors.
As you go to get up, the papoose
Yeah.
disconnects from you, and you hear this noise as Bark just wants to take a sleep behind you on the ground.
Okay. That's fine. He can have a nap. Yeah. I'm gonna go get coffee.
You wander into the kitchen.
This is a hovel.
There is
the box that says stove collapses.
Fuck me.
There is a coffee thing. There is a pot there that you can probably try and get heated up somehow.
Kinetic heat. I don't know.
If you require heat.
Luggage!
Yes?
Come here, I need you for coffee!
Where is here?
Kitchen. Hovel.
Kitchen hovel?
Hovel kitchen. Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Yes.
Affirmative. And I will walk.
You hear this, trying to sleep, quiet, as you turn, and Dark is curled up on one of the box chairs in the corner of the kitchen. Obviously, he decided to sleep there.
Thump.
Dark,
Thump.
you should go and sleep with Bark.
Louder thumping coming towards
Dark
him.
gets up and wanders. Where is he?
Grey room.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That would work.
Dark will walk out. The moment Dark walks out of the kitchen, you're standing there. He looks up and goes, "Hello, luggage."
Hello,
Sort of
friend.
Swoops under you and just kind of nonchalantly walks down the hallway.
Good night.
Good morning.
I walk into the kitchen. Hello?
Can you heat pot? I want coffee. Please. Please, thank much.
She's speaking text speak.
Lol, XD.
This kind of makes more sense
Off
than
in
what
his
you've
room,
been any
reading
conversation that has been had.
Ruffle.
I would definitely say
Something's wrong. I'm having a seizure.
that would probably make a bit more sense to luggage than most other conversations.
Yeah.
Simple, basic sentences. As long as you give enough direction.
Heat pot, please, coffee, thank. Fam, down.
What is...
Dad
Drew reading in his room. Something needs to be done.
Well, no, I'm assuming she...
I agree.
as she's talking. I'm just like...
Reminds me of Ray.
pick up this...
Where is that illiteracy coming from?
Pick it up. Start putting it all
Your
together.
mom!
And actually start cooking. Some
I didn't
breakfast and
know
coffee and everything for everyone.
That'd be good.
Bored into like the swampy little mess.
It's a bit of
creatures.
sunshine that's sort of coming through the ship. There is the sound of knocking at the lower end of the ship. Anyone who's awake will be able to hear it.
Again. That's literally true. Again.
I walk to the bottom of the ship after making coffee and some food.
A little druid.
There is about 2 or 3 guys who look like they're wearing sort of like.
Why have we not closed the door?
I wasn't asked to. You went out. I walked in while everyone else was still outside.
Door was closed. Luggage has opened the door.
Okay. I've also been keeping watch all night. So
I closed the door. I don't want to be murdered in my sleep.
Yeah.
There are
door, you're in a
carpenter-looking guys. And they say, morning, we're here to start repairs on the ship, and I'm assuming these are the trees that we're using as supply?
Are there still trees there?
There's still trees there. No one else is trying to move a tree.
You see, on one part, I've done a little bit of wood.
Yeah, there was a small part of one tree that's missing.
Yeah.
But
The audacity.
Will that be enough?
yeah, I guess so.
They don't seem
Vague
so sure.
question for
I
vague
nod
answer.
and realizing there's a little green or gold thing there. Oh, he is in charge.
3 carpenter guys turn and look to you. Hi.
Hi.
Can we start?
Hello.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do we need to vacate?
Hmm?
Or can you work around us?
Be easier if you did vacate, because we can walk around just ourselves, but if you're here, it might take a little longer. So I would suggest vacating.
I start pulling stuff out of my head.
No, not what they mean, buddy.
I cannot vacate my vowels. I do not have any.
No, they mean us off the ship.
Oh.
If you like, we can
Too short
give you
notice.
guys a bit of time while we start up on sizing the logs to be useful. So
That would be good.
they'll take us a couple hours to do that. So you got about 2 hours to wake up, I guess.
Very well.
Call out. Everybody, we need to leave the ship. It needs to be repaired. Dum, 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 dum on every door that I walk past. If no one gets up, I'll turn around and keep walking back and forth.
Wander into the
Dark
kitchen.
and Bark will walk out of the room and wander out.
No, we have. Yeah, it's good. Go into the kitchen. We got 2 hours, and then we need to be out.
There is food. By the way.
Yeah, there's food in the kitchen.
Split fast.
Where are you?
I made actual food.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm awake. I made the coffee.
Because you're like,
I always make the coffee.
I'm awake at what cost?
There's the pot that I made for you. Really, 16 for creation and proper food. This one comes
Like Mishi after I've just poked at him.
making his own pot, making his own pot on top.
Yeah, let me roll for it. Am I better than you today or not? 2. Nope.
No, I at least got a sip of the coffee before you
You would have a cup.
I wasn't awake, so when I was closed, put the powder next to the jug and just heat up the water by lighting the stove wood on fire.
Sounds about right.
Sounds like coffee.
So
Coffee.
Luggage comes
you
back.
guys going to do anything in particular on the ship before getting off?
Can we?
Do not require anything from here. No. No.
What do we need?
Technically, we could probably just continue what we were doing.
Up in the cockpit area, if you want to do that.
Because that would be still out of the way of
They
them.
still have to get rid of one of the walls, or we get rid of them all.
I would
ourselves.
assume you guys have broken down
I
that wall
thought
if
we already
you've
would've.
spent the entire day in there. So
I came back. There's an entire night. I could have smashed that thing to pieces.
Yeah.
Easily enough.
You got like no sleep, dude.
At the point of
the one thing you have noticed that I don't know if any of you, I've actually forgotten to double check about making comments of. When you walked into the cockpit, everything is off.
Oh, we didn't power it.
It's in harbour though. It's anchored in a place.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to.
Just in the night, it just turns on.
I figured.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
if anything, it's probably safe to work.
We forgot to put a log up.
Luggage just goes as the ship goes.
And you're like, oh, better fix that. And you just grab a tree
I'm pretty
and prop
sure
it
it
up.
would have gone off while we were fluffing around the other
Could
day.
Fitz make like a sort of like a battery thing?
That is a battery. It lasts 8 hours. We just have to keep putting magic slots into it.
Yeah, but like a spare one that just holds the charge. And then,
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I get what you mean.
so when you go to
Technically-
sleep, we could just pull all
Technically,
our
you're
things.
walking around with one of those at the moment.
One from technically a long time ago, according to actual real life. Less so in game.
like 2 weeks in game.
Yeah. The luggage will turn to these two as they're playing around upstairs. I am going to go and see MacArthur and make sure the house is still safe. Do you require anything? Would you like to visit?
Supplies from the garden.
You need more seeds. Definitely need more seeds.
Food? I gave food.
No. I make a list of what we'll need for our skooma.
I'll go with him.
He's giving me a list. I'll just hand it to Jeeves, who will probably just have it fall through his hand, if I'm correct, currently at least.
MacArthur will be able to.
He's been taught, and I can talk to him too. By the way, I assume you've made a change to it, but fairy dragons can only actually talk to other fairy dragons with telepathy. I assume you've altered that yourself.
She has a skill that talks to people with telepathy.
So didn't Finn talk to it? No, you did.
No, you sent an image to it. Yeah. The only people who have communicated with the fairy dragon are people with a telepathy-based power.
I give you the salute.
Oh, I don't have that
He gives a double salute from your clan.
This makes no sense to me, but I think it's something like this.
What about a mini dab?
I do not want to dab. I am no.
That works.
Did you go for MacArthur?
I was wondering about comprehension.
No, none of you have given any seeds yet.
The seeds that we planted, other than the ones that were in the kitchen tavern.
I want my bear costume.
No, that was that one. That was the other one. What do we do with the seeds?
The spear seeds that you were given
were in the tavern that got confiscated.
We got them back, didn't we?
Yeah.
No, you got the mechanic side. The seeds and things were confiscated.
But we had already taken seeds back.
The seeds that you'd taken to reverse engineer the plants, you had given MacArthur some to start with.
Cool. Right. Just make sure. I couldn't remember whether we had.
And you'd also been given a bunch of other random seeds, which I can't remember if he revealed to you. They were just mint.
Yes,
which works because we could use that. As
it was. I think it was the
vanilla.
mint one that was sold to you that you thought you were buying a
mental skooma.
Reseeded the whole thing.
Yeah, remember we got some spice jars, 5.
You were
spice seed packets.
You were given 5 seeds, thinking they were skooma seeds, but they were mint seeds because they were designed to move with it. But you gave a plant of skooma before turning it into anything else to MacArthur, who can make it grow. He has green thumb.
Give me skooma.
Still got that. Still remember
I've been given a list.
Locket of a 6.
Has Drew given luggage a list?
Yes. That one that said so that was the farm person here.
Yeah.
Slash wife.
Slash wife.
The locket with the pretty lady in it. That was the girl with the bow that he compared with. It was her mother.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got back in time.
In my other life.
I cannot do that just yet.
Okay.
Yes, but you can't.
Go over with you now.
I will take my list of requirements from these guys and wander past this one and the others. And I am going to the house.
I'll come with you.
You can be just
okay.
Are you going with them as well?
I'll go with them as far as the shop because I want to collect my cloak.
I
want my bear cloak.
So the house is on a completely different island, but we stop here.
Yeah, that's fine. I will walk with you to there.
I might even suggest you getting seeds for those set ingredients to take back to the house for him to plant and grow.
What set ingredients? Because I've already given him like most of vegetable style stuff.
The stuff for the skooma, the list that I gave you.
The skooma we've already given to him.
You have more seeds now, maybe.
He's taken the plant, reversed engineered it, and started gardening with it already with my fruit and vegetables, or whatever the hell I've given.
It's a mix of everything.
Yeah. So there's something else in particular that was required that wasn't already given to it.
Maybe we should give him some magical compost.
I just come back. I put dirt in luggage.
So yes, those seeds and stuff for the skooma ingredients have been grown. Yeah. I want you to get more seeds to plant.
And you've got to go to the shop to get these seeds.
Not the schooner seeds. They're from that place with the coal.
No, they've already.
Oh my
No,
god.
We make the skooma from the different ingredients that you can buy seeds of.
There are other things that are involved in creating the skooma. There is a key plant, but the rest of it is like the spices and things.
Doesn't he have the spices?
No.
The mint. That's the mint.
I use stuff, I suppose.
Okay, so all we've got is the
This is why I'm not
main
allowed to sit here,
ingredient.
'cause I
We
get-
want
You've-
flavour.
You've got the main actual kick part of it that's been seeded already.
The
but
real drug, and now we want the extra bits to it. Okay.
that actually make the effects
Understood.
take place.
Trying to clarify so I understand so that luggage can at least partially understand.
Got to get the whole town hooked on this stuff.
You just
wanna
want to
be the
keep
mob?
supply up, is what I'm trying to get at.
You're gonna be the airship mob? If you
We'll
don't pay us, we
different
crush
towns.
your house with the airship.
Well, then I guess we are going to the marketplace
We
first.
start small by just dropping like cannonballs on you.
Start small.
We visited
You
a
Take
shop
them
in
up,
Creek.
fly them over the ocean. You'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Hold them by their
I found
ankles.
it there because I'd got
Alright,
my
Drew.
seeds.
No, it would be worse.
Alright, like it's
There is a plant shop.
Can you pay? Can you pay?
Hold him by the ankles upside down and just slowly lower the airship while moving.
Cool. I guess I'll go to the shop first.
Fucking, I hope we get to
Nice
kill someone
sauce.
with the airship as an object. That's a power move.
So who's going to the market?
Yeah,
Dio, Johnny, and luggage,
yeah.
and Druid Fitz are mucking
Continuing
around.
on our work. Yeah.
Cool. Can you two roll me just flat d20s?
Oh dear. 16.
12.
Cool. Unless you're distracted, by the time you hit midday, you will basically have the layout set up for the ship. But you will also have worked out that you don't have the correct ingredients of, like, the wiring of sorts to be able to... I can't think of another term.
Components?
The correct component or wiring.
It's coming in as
materials?
AC and it needs to be DC, and you're like, fuck, I got the wrong transformer. And you're like, no, it's 120 volts, not 220. You fuckwit.
Unless you're distracted by anything else that happens that takes you away from the ship, you guys will basically have made the entire case of the whole driving setup all moved and everything else, but you're not able to get the correct.
So we need to go
weight.
shopping.
You need to go shopping at some point,
Fitz will go to the
but you won't be able to go
Works
shopping
area.
that day.
Magical wiring emporium. For all your cables needs. With a question mark on
For
the
all
side.
your tinkering?
For your cabling.
We don't have a name for this, patent pending.
Cabling, wiring.
You have worked out that the
Magical
the
feathers of
cabling is a
power.
mix between copper and silver that has been magically fused to itself, which you guys could do based off your own alchemy understanding, because it basically allows the magic to flow through. You just have to go and find the ingredients from somewhere.
You
And
mix
Shopping?
iron and silver to get invar. What do you mix gold and silver?
Yes,
Minecraft.
shopping.
Minecraft when you
Tasteless jewellery. That's what
You're paying for this one.
gold and silver to get you to
So are you guys taking anyone else with you, or is it just the three of you?
I'll take that.
I'm technically taking
most
I'm taking
valuable
those two
NPC.
with me.
Now he has lessons.
I need to know how many NPCs.
I'll read too, don't worry, goose. Goose. Flying goose. Chicken.
Literally goblin eye.
Fire breathing goose.
Luggage will cease any education, don't worry.
You bring out the book.
So-
Slam!
So Dio, Johnny, luggage, and Bark are travelling back to the city. And if anyone ever looks out for them, they will notice that
I got it.
Goose and Falcor are currently sitting on
Thanks
deck.
for luck. Get in line.
Goose is sleeping on Falcor.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, just a
I'm riding Falcon.
Falcor is not moving in the ship. He's hanging
I
out.
tried to.
Why would we need
Falcon
for now?
kicked me off. He kicked me off.
You go to try and grab him, and he goes incorporeal, and you just fall through him.
Shit! I'm in a bear.
And he moves aside,
We
and
need
then
it
goes back to
for
lying
weeks.
down and just cut around.
We will need it.
Leave him alone, man.
I'm going to be
All
working
animals
at least a
growl,
couple of
but-
hours.
I
You
wonder
guys will
why.
figure, or by the time you finish all
Maybe.
your working, you'll probably be able to tell me that.
Possibly.
Talking about making me into a miner as well. Somehow. Like that
So maybe
minor.
we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
minor, minor.
Can we just take one of your arms off and replace it with a giant pickaxe?
You can try.
No, we'll be like, this is an upgrade. You'll dig faster.
Right.
Leave that to the artificers.
They're just on concert swing.
So the two tieflings, the
we can
barbarian and the warforged,
Yes.
make their way to the entrance of the city,
again.
which is still locked.
Mode.
or
We can
closed
make
off.
another mode for them. The minor mode.
Hence why I'm bringing back, because I don't have ID.
The guard will look at luggage, recognize
like
the
a
thing,
pickaxe
and let
bar.
you guys as a group in.
Drill.
Before we actually walk in the door, I would like to, as
What if I get the food? Eventually,
turn
have
to-
one for
do you have identification?
or like a little
Are you
crane
talking to-
hand?
The party that's with me.
Johnny, do you have identification?
Do it! I don't remember. Can I minor illusion a badge that look like this?
Yes.
Cool. Don't interrupt. Go.
This is not
I
very
don't have to worry about
efficient.
that.
Yeah, but it's hella fun.
Bart doesn't.
Barks carrying around with you guys. He's got
I got the
everything
little
with him.
controller for it.
Okay, but you don't.
Okay,
Now-
so the arm will be down
That's
here.
why I brought back.
That
I
way
would
it's
then like
closer
to
to the
turn to the
ground.
guard and request a form of paper that allows him to her to travel.
You'll have to go and talk up to the castle for that.
I pull out a piece of paper and I write a little message saying, please allow this person to have a form of identity for free travel. As I would.
We'd like
They are
to
with me.
exist.
Pretty much
Please may travel. I know illegal.
trying to make it so that you are able to
this one
freely
down a
travel
dark path.
through the town if possible. But
Get you a
hand it
little
over.
gold star and everything.
I have a
Hand-
stick book.
I will then hand that piece of paper over to you saying, you may want to get identification. This should help. And continue on our way.
I will do it after I get my bear costume.
That's fine. So you have to. You'll have to go to the castle.
Yay!
Good luck getting into. Good luck getting into the castle.
Yep.
I can monk my way in.
That depends. Do you mean climb up a wall, where there's probably a lot of guards with crossbows?
I'll monk my way in.
Right.
So you guys wander into the town.
Yeah.
Are you splitting off or walking as a group to each?
I mean,
Just
we're all
that
going to
it's
the
just
marketplace
no time
first.
for them.
Yeah.
I'll
Walking
split off and go get my cloak.
Are you you're taking
Colour of guards.
Bark with you?
Yeah, of course. I need
So
to.
you and Bark start wandering off
When it comes
to
to the guards,
shop.
that's
Johnny, what are you doing?
I'm sticking with luggage.
Okay. So you guys
Oh.
head to a flower shop, which is just around the corner. You walk up to the shop and sort of open the door and things, and
Just mentally prepare myself.
as this guy appears in front of the counter and goes, "Hello, welcome back."
Oh god, it's him.
Hi, can I have my cloak, please? Thank you. Bye.
Oh no, it's voice through me.
One moment.
Okay.
Wanders out the back and comes back with a cloak.
Thank you.
You will be a brown traveller.
That
Racist.
Oh no. That's what you call bears.
You flick on you
Brown
don't feel
traveller.
any different. And this guy walks over and pulls a mirror and shows you, and you
furry?
look like a bear. That like a cardboard cutout kind of looking bear is standing
Furry
like
lifestyle.
this.
Your T-pose.
But instead of it being faced 4 legs down, and because you're standing upright, the illusion is the bear. As
Okay,
if it
and
was
get
sitting-
on all fours.
So now you look like a bear standing on all fours.
Yeah, boy.
Like those weird women designing things they do on the all four.
This is awesome.
There'll be a certain kind of person that'll be really into you.
Johnny.
Bark will
No.
go over and pull the
Even Johnny doesn't go there.
The illusion disappears in the mirror.
But
And
it
then
attract
you
the
let go of the
spirit
hood.
there,
The moment it flicks back over you, the illusion disappears.
Bro.
Yes, you have a cloak of bears.
Yay! Now I can freak the bear out by turning into a bear.
We might go inside you.
That's the whole idea.
Not rar.
No, no,
trying to be
In
very-
what context, though?
no.
He's also not really a normal bear either.
So you're able to go into the shop and hand them the list, and they request 5 gold for all the ingredients of seeds and
Oh, I
things.
just want to freak him out.
Hand over my sack.
You freak him out
They
so
won't
much he
go
goes
lift
into
it.
his elemental form and
They will
crushes you.
take it.
No!
Can you do it for 5?
That's how I wanted to die
And
all
drink the 3
along.
left.
This is great. Yes.
Is Johnny doing anything else in this plant shop? Or is he just walking over?
It's a shop full of seed.
Is there like any flowers?
There's some flowers in that one part of the shop. It's like your average plant shop. There's a bunch of seeds and things near the counter, and there's just plants.
Can I slide a hand a rose and use it as deodorant?
Oh, slide a hand, please.
Go.
Don't you have prestige?
Yeah.
I do, but
Back to prison he goes.
Oh no, that's a free.
I'm just trying to work out how he's going to use that as a deodorant.
Pop it in his fish.
You grab the rose,
right?
pull it in, thinking, yeah, I'm smart, and then you realise you've actually grabbed the thorn part of it, and you go, ah! And everyone in the shop looks at you as you're holding this rose.
It's so sharp! Where's the warning label? Put it back.
Look at that.
My
Yeah,
blood.
there's a little warning label. Careful of thorns.
And all my blood is now on the side and the rose.
And then he rubs his blood.
The lady at the counter sees as the blood's going, you can keep that.
Oh, thank you. And then I tear the petals off and rub them on my underarm. And I'm like,
can you please leave?
Oh, fine. Covered in blood.
As you go to leave, she immediately closes the door and you hear the sound of scuffling and luggage. If you look back, you notice she's sitting there cleaning all the blood that's just sitting there on the floor and just quickly cleaning up the shop.
Diseased tiefling blood. You catch
Your
retardation.
blood is diseased.
You catch retardation real quick.
Damn it, now I have to cast restoration.
So you walk out of the shop.
Before we walk out of the
great.
shop, watching her do the cleaning,
Fresh
I will
blood and
just
roses.
press the station, get rid of it.
The summer's delight.
Sugar. Cool. Done. Get up.
I apologize. You are very messy.
I know. I just wanted to smell a little better. Now I smell like blood again.
You need to clear your nostrils to smell.
Oh. Let me roll a d. I don't know what's up there. 12. It's not bad, but it's not great.
So you walk out of the Emporium shop.
I'm gonna ask directions to the castle. I have no fucking idea what
It's
that
that
is.
massive thing that you can see in the distance.
Yeah, but I'm not very. I don't look very far.
So you just say, which way is the castle? Just out loud?
Yeah.
You have a couple of guards turn and go, that way.
Thanks.
And it like rotates.
Yeah, you turn and you walk like one step out from the shop and realise it's the massive eyesore that comes from the north.
I thought that was the sun.
Yeah, okay.
I thought that was Henry.
Oh.
As you wander up towards the upper district area, you've got Bark with you. As you wander in, you notice you go from sort of quick, shabby, put together places to well upkept places again. You were in here the other day because this is where the Athenaeum is as well. And you basically walk straight into this upper district and then right up to the entrance of the castle, and there are two guards standing up there.
Good luck.
I'm just imagining the first point you walked out, you haven't taken the hood off first. Where's the castle? Just like the bear saying like that.
Oh my god! You pulled the hood back.
I'm just imagining it.
That
would just be really funny.
Salutations.
One thing.
Randomized Gallic, yay!
The two guards turn and go, hello?
So, I have a piece of paper. I need to get it certified. Can I come in, please?
Two guards kind of look at each other. Takes it. Hands it back to you and goes, what do you want certified from this? This is just a note saying that you want to be...
It's from luggage.
Who?
Big metal thing.
Aces?
There's more than one.
Big metal special thing.
Still aces.
Friends with Drew. Piss elf. Piss goblin. You can't hear me say this.
Two guards look at each other. Two guards look at
I
each other.
feel racism in the air.
What are you wanting exactly?
My hatred for gnomes is going to
I don't know, some
add
sort of
tieflings as well.
some sort of visa.
You want to be registered.
Yeah, that one.
Back that way, just when you get into the district, there is an office.
But they sent me here.
Where adventurers can get it.
But they sent me here.
Who's we?
I told you.
They.
Sorry, they.
I
Jump
know
down to the other. They, you idiot. Remember grammar school?
Beginners.
Who's they?
Lol.
Who's they? Better.
What kind of description could you give about luggage and everything?
His head opens up.
That's not.
They have a flying ship now?
They have a flying ship.
The two guys look at each other. What's she talking about? I have no idea.
I wonder if these guys were just hired.
Adventurers are weird.
Describing
No, I
the
know. Hold on.
goblin.
I've got no idea. And the guy goes, the area they want you to go to is that, not the castle.
Let me in the castle.
No.
Well, what if she
Please.
starts saying
They're gonna start staring.
She did, and it didn't work.
Reading, please.
But you want to be registered as an adventurer.
Yeah, but I also want to see
Yellow
the castle.
or gold
Reading,
goblin would
please.
have had
The castle's
more
locked at the
effect.
moment. No public access. Adventurers to sign up that way.
But I'm not an adventurer.
Go register yourself that way.
Let me in the castle,
You
please.
can be a
Roll me a persuasion at disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
You're like, I've been through this before. Disadvantage.
And he's got good persuasion.
Yeah.
8.
You're not getting through that door unless you can do backflips, you know.
The guard behind the one who's talking turns, walks to the door, and pulls out a key, and then turns another lock onto the door and walks back.
I'm too far back. I start behind the cardboard.
So you're saying it's that way?
Yes.
Sit up at least.
It's unique.
As you walk back, you walk
Hand
back.
gesture of my
Who's been standing
exits.
behind
But
the whole time.
copy me.
Okay. Barks then.
He's like over the top of you doing it too.
It's a greeting back.
Some Ginyu Force bullshit.
Greasy.
Designations. Oh no.
Yay!
He's breaking. I really should stop.
I'm making it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna walk to the registration.
Cool. So you wander down, and as you get there, there's a sort of a guard pounced looking area, and you walk into this little registry office.
Take a number.
There's actually not a lot of people in here at the moment.
Don't take a number.
Get in line.
There's a person sitting in like a booth looking desk at the very end. It looks like it's designed to normally have a lot of people coming in.
His name is Jeremy Johnson.
You're like,
He
okay.
loves paper pushing. His frequent weakness is paper cuts.
You walk up and there's, hi, I'm Jeremy. Are you going to register?
Oh my god!
Honestly, that's exactly the voice I was hoping for. He also wears a piece of glass. Not glasses. Yeah.
He's got a whole cane of
That stops my spit
Are you
from
wanting
being
to be a
raised.
registered adventurer party or individual?
Wipes the booger from his
We've known her for a day. Would we consider her part of our party?
No, it's because two people just turned up.
What?
Bark's walking around with.
No. Hasn't Bark already registered? She's wondering.
I mean, Bark would know.
Can I
Yep.
register with the guys that have the flying ship?
The guys with the flying ship. Hold on one second.
Is that fine?
Pulls out a book.
I can't fucking do it.
It keeps getting better. So.
We have the flying. We don't have the guys with the flying ship.
Flying, comma, the.
Drew. Small thing.
You know what a goblin is.
Yeah. Closes the book. Remember?
Yeah, goblin. Yellow. Small.
Round
Feisty.
One moment. Register. Individuals.
Please drop a book. Please
I
drop
really
a book.
don't think we've told you about the fact that we're actually registered under the Athenum, not an adventure.
Yep.
Yep.
You're also technically in the wrong place with that, if I'm right.
I'm well aware of this. There is no true goblin here.
What the fuck am I doing here then?
Registering to be an adventurer,
But I'm not.
so that you can enter in the outer city and do jobs and things for the kingdom.
Ah, it's so good as someone else and not me having to deal with this. Go there. Go here. Go there. Go here.
I'll just register.
You're in the wrong place. Go here.
Jeremy's having a
So the
lovely time.
Places the form in front of you.
I got to
It's
open
basically
two books.
It's a basic form of who you are, skill base, and like interest based jobs and that sort of thing.
Okay.
I imagine he just goes, fill it out.
It's just placed in front of you. Places the book rebel.
Here you go.
Imagine like a little snot hole.
Takes a box and sort of opens it and puts the paper in, closes it. One moment. Take the copy and turn the record.
Thank you,
paper.
gnome.
What the fuck's wrong with this?
It's just a gnome drawing it real quick.
And he pulls out like this random little badge thing and he just hands you
His
the badge.
name's Big.
As your adventure badge.
You're not that small.
I didn't want one of these.
I would
You did. It's exactly what you wanted. That's what luggage is in you for.
And you're like, I hate paperwork.
And then he hands you a piece of paper. That's an important address you need to be aware of.
What address? What?
It's an important address you need to be aware of.
Okay.
Okay.
What address is it?
It's some random house number.
Okay.
7.
Do you have a map by chance?
Oh, we've got one of those. Rolling the store and pulls out a map that looks like that.
You have a map that he hasn't touched.
Just pulls out a squeezy bottle.
Can I speak to your manager? And it just comes over. Jeremy too?
Hello.
And it's his older brother.
Can you point out? Can you point out to me where this address is, please?
He points to you a house that's in this sort of area here.
And you're saying I need to be aware?
Aware of that address, it's important.
Yes, that's
Be aware. That's all you need. Just be aware.
If you need help or anything and this office is closed, always go there.
Always trust
Someone can help
Jeremy.
you.
Okay, I'm gonna go there right now.
Okay.
Good.
Bye!
Bye.
Is this an address we've been to before?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Jeremy to Jeremy. I'm like, good job, Jeremy. You've done it again. Then we high
Employee of the
five.
month.
Yeah. Employee of the month, and it's just a photo of me and me alternating.
Jeremy 2, Jeremy 1, Jeremy 2, Jeremy 2, Jeremy 2.
So you walk out. As you start walking the market and you turn left, Bart goes, are we going that way? The boat and luggage is everywhere else.
Wait.
Or are we going somewhere else?
Well, I need to go to this house. I mean, you can come with me if you want, or you can go home and read your book.
Can't walk on my own, I need help.
Drew's at home.
That's true. Right, okay.
Pat.
Can I stay with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Is Goose with you?
No, Goose on bear.
Cool. That's fine. I don't want Goose getting hurt.
Okay.
What's that party doing? The bear and the...
Boom,
they're like...
fairy dragon.
They're like cuts of them at a casino rolling dice. Cuts
The
them later,
Adventures of Falcor and Goose.
cuts them later fighting mole people under the city. Cuts them later being knighted by the king. Man, you guys had a hell of a day. Show up and they're all wearing medals.
Have fun.
This reminds me of Perry the Platypus. Where's Perry? There you are.
Goose coughs up some gold. And the limb of a king. What is this?
Crown on top.
Goose.
Luggage, when you go under the bridge, you guys get there and there are a few guards around who have been sort of dealing with the mess you guys left there. And they kind of see you.
Hello.
Hi.
Cleaning up.
Yep, someone made a bright mess down here.
I did.
Oh. Alright then.
We
I'm behind.
Many bad men burnt them.
There were many bad men here, yes, that's right.
Speaking,
Too
what
true,
happened to
bad
the
men.
dude we tied up?
He's dead.
The one that's in jail, because you took him to jail.
There we go. Cool. Thank you. I couldn't remember.
No problem. Guys, this. Always here to help those in
as long
need.
as they're not going to force prevent me from doing anything, I'm just going to walk straight up to the door.
One of the guards goes, as you pull out the gem to open the door, and the door starts opening, and the entire...
I'll walk up to it as it says,
What are you doing?
Leaving.
Okay. he seems more baffled by this logic.
Thank you.
Oh man,
Wasn't it obvious?
guys.
He's obviously royalty.
The door opens up, and all the guards are just standing there, just eyes agape, like...
I will let this through. Johnny through first. I was about to say him. I'll let Johnny go through first.
You just hear it go beep, 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 and then you walk through like, okay, it's okay.
Once he walks through, I'll walk through and make sure it's closed.
There's no beeper, there's just
Petsy down.
there's a gnome going, oh no, it's
up the guard.
shit, just go.
Place just watches this as it slowly closes up, and you hear the hello, and then it just closes.
Just to make sure no one who didn't pass the trial. Well, technically, you haven't passed the trial.
No, but he came from. No, he does have a rock though. He came through.
Yeah, but he didn't pass the trial. He just got a rock because we gave it to him. We showed him where to get.
Oh no! You're gonna be like
the trial.
You're gonna walk through and it's like there's no obstacles, and I'm like doing backflips trying to dodge
We're
stuff.
the trial?
We are now.
It's Johnny, right? He's our trial.
I'm your punishment.
Head to the teleport. We've turned off everything, right?
Yeah.
Every time you do something wrong, I get more
When we get
powerful.
past,
You're a
I will
boat
turn it
bitch.
back on. Just to make sure that no one tries to get in while I'm here.
Boat witch.
And then
It's just blank to hit.
that way or is it that way?
It's
No.
There is no control panel
Oh,
here. There is just a thing. You can't- There is no sand here.
Ship
Ah,
save.
it's the other one. Cool. Well then, boop. It's the first time you've technically had this teleport happen.
Technically, ship.
Oh no!
1 moment, and I disappear.
Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay, so you run up to the teleporter that he's standing on, and you pull out the same random green rock thing that he
Guess
had,
I'll use this thing. Tap.
and then you teleport as well. You guys are in the same strange bunker
That's
room
cool.
area,
I hate teleporting.
Oh.
and then suddenly the lights in the room sort of flicker a bit, and then Jeeves appears and goes, "Oh boy, more cleaning."
Somebody could
Welcome
have
back,
told me.
Master Luggage.
Pressed you. Hello. How are you?
Oh, my coffee.
As much as I've ever been, I've been well, Master Luggage.
How is house?
It's coming along fine. It's being fixed up by MacArthur
Oh, good. Where's MacArthur?
in the garden.
Should search for more genes.
I have. Yes, that is a constant thing in the back of my head, which is why I want that stone. But no, it's technically not part of this. Right, cool.
Different stone. The stone that you are aware of that isn't part of this is the important.
I will kind of. No trespassers.
No, the defense is still being on.
Good, good. I must see MacArthur. I have more seeds.
Huh.
I fought a dragon. It wasn't as I'm like heading up towards them.
As you continue the story, he just appears in each room, and you just talk to him, and he just appears to just follow along the conversation. He doesn't walk with you. It's almost like the hologram system doesn't actually have some sort of walk animation to it. He just kind of teleports to
Kind of
spots.
like his minor illusion hat.
It's like that old
Minor
Sherlock
illusion
Holmes
hat.
game.
Oh, what?
It's an old Sherlock Holmes game where Watson doesn't have a walk animation. So whenever you're not looking at him, he just teleports back into frame.
Perfect.
That's basically how it works.
Turn around and there he is.
Oh my god!
It turned out it wasn't a dragon.
It was a goose.
I fell asleep. Then when I woke up, I killed everyone, and we got a flying ship.
Fake goose.
Squaw.
So So you're just updating him on everything.
Yeah, just having a chat with him about the random, like,
Do you want to do anything at the house?
I want to go to the library. That's why I've come here.
Okay.
I want to research what the hell gave me more power.
Is this a verbal thing you are saying?
Yeah, okay.
It's like, why is he going there?
Luggage stops for a moment. In a moment, please.
Alright, I'll wait.
Thank you.
So you're basically waiting in the
Wait,
foyer.
no, come.
I jump on your shoulders and wait.
It's acceptable.
You don't duck for door frames. Jesus!
He hasn't had to.
Either it would be insight to see if you're lying about whether you will stay there, or you come with me. That's the point.
I will stay there once we find the room.
This is Drew's library.
Okay, sure. You can sit and watch
Last
me.
time we did this, he was worried about you breaking things and you broke a book by turning it into dust because it was so old. He's more paranoid.
That's fair. Maybe you should touch the books and open them for me. You're only allowed to use mage hand.
Walk out to the garden, I assume, by this point. Having probably caught him up with most of this.
Most of the place, you can tell where MacArthur's probably been the most because you walk into the main lobby sort of area and there is footprints that have gone across the lobby back and forth. Obviously he just walks outside and comes back in and doesn't pay attention to shoes or anything like that. There is some clean bits here and there because he's never walked into that direction for any reason. Basically, the path seems to consist of the back door to go out to the garden, coming inside, going into the kitchen, coming back inside, going into one of the closets, coming back, and then going out the front door and coming back. It doesn't seem to go anywhere near the teleporter room, or upstairs, or into the office area that you walk through when you get here.
The workshop-y sort of bits.
Yeah. Basically, it seems to be kitchen, storage, front and back.
Well,
As he is an elf, he probably hasn't slept.
He has free reign of this place anyway. He does what he wants.
He did enough sleeping already.
Well, technically he didn't. That was the problem.
He just sat there for a while waiting.
He just went insane. Yeah, and you walk outside, and the first thing you immediately notice is there is a hedge in the shape of you, a hedge bush in the shape of Drew, a hedge in the shape of Periwinkle, and a hedge in the shape of Fitz. And they're on the edge of the thing. And then there is another hedge that is slowly growing, and it looks like it started the lower shape of MacArthur's feet. And MacArthur's actually sitting next to it as he seems to be sort of like pruning it and things.
MacArthur!
You can see his ear twitch, and he turns.
Learning. No, common. No, okay. Still having trouble. Oh. He only speaks Elvish. That was one of the biggest issues we had in our first few episodes because we had an elf with us.
He understands common now, but he doesn't talk to people very often, so practicing the talking of common is not so...
That's alright.
And I use mental capability anyway when I talk to him.
You'll be able to speak Elvish to me.
Your helmet. Sorry, I talk to him anyway. Yep. Very pretty.
If you mentally talk to him, he'll just communicate back. Thank you.
Can you make another one of him?
He points to another plant that's growing next to the MacArthur plant, and he goes,
"It looks sad indeed."
There.
That's small.
Starting.
Half size.
To scale.
That's an unnecessary dig, I say.
Bigger, stronger, smaller, tiny.
Don't mess with art, is the word you get. To scale.
Okay. I have more plants.
Just one. Did you see his eyes light up a bit? What's up?
Just got a call.
Right. His eyes.
I slip him a diplomat's pouch as a gift.
His eyes light up when you say new seeds.
You don't hear any of this conversation, by the way. It's all mental.
You gestured towards a small plant.
I gestured towards a non-exist, like a shrub.
There
is no roll to figure.
Roll a wisdom to see whether you're smart enough, wise enough to figure out whether this is what's going on.
11.
They're talking about a plant.
Fuck!
That's about all you've figured out because they're just pointing.
Never mind then.
And every now and then they've pointed at you. Oh,
okay.
And based off the fact that there are plants growing, you could assume that it's possibly the next plant to grow to be shaped to be you.
Cool.
That's about all you've worked out from this.
It might be you, but
Half the size of me, like it.
Yep, brightens up. I will then pull out
Neato.
these different supplies that I have.
He will wander from the back fence where he is and wander further around the garden to what looks like a garden-y kind of shed area. And there are some boxed plant areas that have some plants slowly growing in them.
I'll hand over these bits to him, and
he will take one seed out and go over and start writing things in Elvish in the dirt in these different boxes as he tastes each of these seeds and figures out what they are.
That's creepy.
This will make no.
This is an elf that's spent about 50 years surviving on mushrooms and cave.
Scraping slime off a wall and munching on it. This is good for it.
That sounds like my Sunday.
Sunday.
He finishes doing this and turns back and smiles.
You have a list.
You know, hand them over those bits. Then I will pull out my sheet, hand it over to him. Drew has supply requests.
He will take the list, stare at it, smile, nod, hand it back to you. You can roll it inside if you want.
21.
He didn't read that at all.
Oh, right. And I will then give him a mental conversation of reading out this entire thing to him from Drew.
He will, as you say this to him, he will be jotting things in Elvish in the ground in front of him every time you mention certain things. So he seems to be writing.
As he finishes writing all of this, and I've finished
Writing
reading it
everything
out to him, I hand him the paper with a blank piece on the back of it. You require paper?
Can I comprehend languages too?
Comprehend languages, you can read the language, so you can read
You
the
read, you can understand it spoken, you just can't speak it or write it.
So if he then spoke Elvish to me, there would be no point, because I can't speak Elvish.
Speak Elvish, he could understand.
No, if anything, we need to practice common. So you can talk to him, and he will understand you.
Damn, we don't have Dark's book.
he will probably speak back in
I can
broken,
speak
if anything.
common.
Or very short conversations.
She says dumbly.
There is only one person in this where so far that I've met that can't speak common, and that's
I
him.
need bucks.
Yeah,
I really need to go there.
hand him over the list. We'll explain the list to him and hand
It's
him
the
over
list
a
of
piece
plants that
paper
he's
with-
requesting.
Yeah.
Yep. MacArthur will nod, wander over to a different
Casting
small
a
garden that's
spell
nearby
to
the
comprehend
entrance
languages in
and
that language.
point and say like the Elvish term for each thing. Sort of say,
Oh yeah, it's level 1.
like this plant and this one, it points it to you.
Comprehend languages.
Can I try and put this into my memory for specific words to know?
That's where I've got a helmet.
He will point out
Just
each plant to you
cast
so you
it as
can
an action.
identify each plant basically, which are these different spice-based ones. And then he kind of turns and looks to you and goes, and in common he says, skooma plant. Difficult.
Time? More things? What do you need?
And then in doing the head message thing you just said, it takes ages and there's a lot of energy.
Takes time. I get it.
And we'll wander around to another part that has, it's this massive sort of section for the skooma plant, but there's only one growing there.
I was going to say, you'll need to outproduct. Cool, he's got it ready.
Okay.
None yet. Give time. Help manipulate those. One of the things I'm going to be doing is wood and earth, which will help that a lot. Mass growth. Cool. Okay. Fitz will be disappointed.
He points back at the plants that the plant box you guys have just come from. And
What?
message thing to him again? Or,
Pretty much everything I'm saying is that.
He's just, can I go plant these now? I want to grow them. So like excited about growing something.
Has he
different.
given me any of the supplies that we've asked for?
Yeah, as he's pointed out each supply, he's given them to you.
Grabbing what I can. Cool. How's the vegetable garden? Either to him or with if I can see it.
Basically, the areas that aren't boxed off are just random loose vegetables that have kind of grown everywhere.
Can I take some? You have enough to eat? Cool. And I will just start pulling up extra bits and pieces.
He goes over and starts grabbing things.
Cool.
Forget where we.
You know scuba plants? You've seen in wild? Okay.
Incorrect continent.
What's these?
Which continent?
He's a guy.
His memory might be a bit hard for that.
He's got a golem with him.
Just wrong continent.
Okay.
Can I go plant my things now?
I followed him as he went to
Yeah.
do that after I grabbed my bits and things. Just getting further info from him.
Are you going to ask Johnny his business now? Or?
I will then turn around. I am done.
Cool, can I go to the library then?
What do you require from the library?
I'm looking for information on a evil. Did I get Loki's name?
You got his name, he introduced himself to you.
Cool. I'm looking for information on an evil god, in inverted commas, because I don't feel he's evil, but Loki.
He's not technically
Evil god?
He's chaotic. Look at it chaotic.
Okay.
Right.
Trying to
Imagine
think
him
back
walking
to the sorting system. Whether I will
Do
be
we
able
just-
as we're walking back,
Yeah,
trying to
as you guys are walking through.
give
Roll me a history.
myself that thought of can I figure out where he'd want to be.
It was chaotic in the
I'm rubbing your back for support.
Thanks.
You can roll with a bardic inspiration added onto that.
That's the closest you'll get from me.
4, 6. What is?
Well, you got chaotic urge. Got chaotic urge.
What do I have
What
to
is
roll?
your inspiration?
What do I have to roll for that?
No. Well, I roll it. You just tell me what dice it is for your
Where's the
bardic
D6?
inspiration.
Yeah.
6 at 7. Cool. All right. 21. Oh, you know, history is +6.
Cool. Teamwork.
And 9 and 12.
You remember Drew rambling about the setup of this, and you
Think I know where to go.
The evil god section is over here.
As we get to the house, I will just grab him by the scruff of the collar and just. Oh no, wait, you're on my shoulder, aren't you?
Yeah,
he's been sitting on
I'll
it.
just.
I'm like piggybacking legs around your head, like woo!
So you fly up to the tower upstairs.
I imagine when you were doing the vegetables, you were chucking them up, and I was putting them in your head, like teamwork.
That's fine. I'll just go like this.
No, that was actually chaotic level.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, chaotic because he will fuck with anyone, but evil because he's just evil. Yeah.
It's just not
Take him
accurate.
upstairs, show him where it probably will be, and start helping him scan through.
Although,
the
to be
lines and
fair,
see what
chaotic
about
evil isn't all that evil.
So
evil gods.
you walk through
Not
looking
evil,
for the
it's
section
not
of things.
evil.
Roll me an investigation, and either
Maybe
an
the
advantage
person
if Johnny's
just
helping,
evil.
or if he's
I'll give you advantage.
Chaotic evil's
Is
kind
it
of
advantage
more-
though?
I make you a hot cup of coffee. You
It's
throw it
for
away
you at the time.
out of frustration.
20.
20?
Not natural.
Cool. Spend about 10 minutes there, sort of rummaging through, and
You find a book called
You-
Gods and You.
Gods in you or gods and you?
No, Gods and You. Gods in You is next to that book.
Angry little gods.
the angry gods don't like you.
There is like an
No,
R18 section with a
There is a book
good to know
on
friend.
gods. That's the only book you found that's on gods.
Is there a
And as you pull it out,
Very
because it's not
good
quite
picture.
as old as these other ones. It's well kept. You sort of flick through the pages.
being
not
as,
about-
of course,
it's not
careful
being
as careful as possible. This is Drew's now personal library. I'm not gonna fuck with shit.
You flick through, and there is a section on the it explains how there are different sort of sects of gods and how they seem to operate both within their own sect and with each other, and sort of how things work, and how Loki is part of one of the smaller sects.
Did you tell me his name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
Sweet.
you
Honestly,
find,
seems to be working today. So.
With me, it generally does.
you find the section on Loki. There's a little small bio on Loki.
Hop downstairs.
Likes
down
coffee.
onto the. I'm assuming there might be some
good.
form of reading podium or some crap or just whatever.
There's a reading
Blood
podium
type
there.
A positive.
I hand your book open with Loki. At which point I will do not touch other books.
I won't. I will use Mage Hand to carefully turn the pages.
And I will wander downstairs to go and find Jeeves again.
What's going on?
Is this the
5e Loki?
5e Loki.
Is that gonna fly?
No, it's just the appearance one. I like that bit.
I will keep a mental note of that. I have a thing that he appears in as well, so that's fine. The pages you're flicking through here. The moment you mage to another page, it's nothing else. It's just one section here.
Okay.
Oh no,
well,
that's
I'll
dangerous.
read that section thoroughly.
It basically describes how Loki has manifested in different forms to different people. It mentions he's chaotic, and usually when there's things involved, things don't quite go right. Like it's sort of strange, sort of how the world works.
Cool.
And there aren't many sort of followings of him.
No, alright, so I need to start a church.
Didn't we already start a church?
Roll me a wisdom.
Wrong game campaign.
Maybe I can make a cake.
Straight 9.
Straight 9.
Who retain none of the knowledge.
No.
Find you some
Get a
female.
feeling like someone has just said this is the start.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be like a brothel. That's
Cool.
It's just
I'll do with
Like
that
it's
one.
encouraging you to follow with this idea.
Oh, okay. Is there other books here I can find?
Gap.
You're going to go look at other books?
Yeah, I'll try.
Are you going to go against Luggage's command?
I will go and find luggage.
Good boy.
I put the book down, almost touched the shelf, and I'm like, oh, he's going to rip my fingers off one by one.
And then your arms, and then your toes, and then your legs.
You haven't gotten very far because he's only read one page. So he can walk out and see you getting ready to go down through the roof.
Luggage, I need more help. And you told me not to touch things.
Affirmative?
Cool, give me a hand. No, the physical action of supplying other people with help.
Help.
Just say help me, please. Thank you. Help me, please. Thank you.
Help me find more information.
I have found all the information in this library. This is the only book I could find on gods. I'm
Is there
sure.
a book? Does Logi have other names?
I'm sure the Anatheum would have many books on gods.
Oh, fine.
I will happily take you after I am finished.
Alright, I'll go back on your shoulders. Have a nap.
Climbing down.
What are you doing now?
I'd like to go and talk to Jeeves because he's to me the.
To go and talk to Jeeves? Essentially, you just say, "Hey, Jeeves," and he'll appear.
I assume he can't do it on the roof.
No.
Yeah,
No,
so that's why I'm
you
going
have to go down.
I'm
just saying, you don't have to
inside
go
of.
to Jeeves. You
Yeah.
can just call him out.
But
Yeah.
getting there at least. The reason why I'm going to him is because to me he is probably the oldest being that I know of, or at least nearest to me, and ask him if he has ever heard of weapons that change. I was given this. I have killed things. It has changed. The man who gave it to me said it has a brother, a sister, a paired. It is a pair. I only have one. I wish to find the second.
One moment. Jeeves vanishes.
Jeeves goes to ask Jeeves.
I asked
Googles
Jeeves,
asks
Jeeves asks himself.
He appears back and goes, "There is a small amount of record that I've got on weapons that have enchantments based off killing and transforming. This could be it. The names tend to change around them, so I'm not sure if they're both two of the same weapon or its name has changed a lot. But the latest record I can find is Zip Zap.
That sounds
But
like
if
a
there's
fun
a
name.
but if there's a twin, that probably means Zip and Zap. I'm gonna have to update that. So no, I'm no help for this. I'm sorry. I'm missing some details.
The last record of this name, what was the last location it had? Shakes for a moment.
He vanishes and then reappears and goes, go to the map room in the teleporter and I can show you.
Okay. Come with me.
Alright.
So you guys wander down and then go into the teleporter room and then into the map room.
I stick my hand to your head to get some food.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do I have big map? I have big map.
You have big map?
He makes the last location there.
That sort of area. And we are...
And the house is up here.
Yep.
Neil Hart is down here.
Cool.
Roll me an intelligence based off him pointing out the location to you.
It's northeast.
Nope.
It's like
north-south.
9, maybe? 8. 8 as a check, yeah. Intelligence. Nope.
There could be something significant about that place, but you have no idea.
Oh.
You just have to
Tap, tap, tap.
Oh, fine, I'll help.
Well, no, just tap you on the head. Tap, tap, tap.
What do you want?
You know stories. Many stories. From Granddad.
I feel a spirit within me. I will roll.
I have not touched you. I'm not putting anything inside you. And I point at the map, and I point at the thing. Well, I guess it's the ground, isn't it? The map?
Yeah, the map's at the table.
I imagine you tip forward, I fall off. You're like, ah! Alright, I'll help.
Did you know this area?
Let me roll. That's what I say to myself.
Roll. Let me roll. Push.
Nope, but I'm willing to lie.
What did you roll?
3.
Intelligence is what? 0?
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
I got a better intelligence than you do, I would assume.
My intelligence is +1.
Aw, you're a simpleton.
Roll me a history.
No, simpletons are like a -1.
Yeah, you can get worse.
Average of everything is a 10.
Okay,
Average-
that's
average
20,
dex,
not
etc.
natural.
The only thing significant you know about that is there is an Athena in that location.
There's this Athena that I used to go to on my summer vacations. It was real lame. Good beaches though.
So you've been there before?
Yes.
Beaches or bitches?
Roll a deception.
Yes.
As
The
an
bitches came later.
He's giving me help. I'm not.
Okay.
No, you don't need to.
You don't have to. Okay.
It's 15, but alright.
I don't know about it. You probably do. Cool. You said yes. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a piece of information that he's saying that might not be true. It's the Athena, or whether he's actually been there as an entirely.
To me,
Or the beaches.
to me, you've been there. There's an Athena and there's beaches. Cool. Okay.
I'm after Sarah. Got it.
Great. Next time we are nearby, you can show me.
Will do. Oh no.
At which point I pick you up. Cuddle you in my arm. Should probably.
I feel sweaty for some reason.
Oh, press the digitation.
Oh, thank you. I feel sweaty
Are you
again.
hitting
The
back?
nerves.
I will then stop at that. Think to myself. Look at my list. I'm missing anything. At which point, remembering that these guys are altering things and possibly putting in workshops, I will go down to the workshop.
Which is down the stairs. Yep.
And attempt to look for any like bits that they may have not brought because it was staying there as the house itself. Like little bits that might be useful for them.
Roll me an investigation.
I'll help.
11?
Inspiration.
No, that will be a 14 with inspiration. That'll either be a 15 to 20. If you'd like to roll the dice, I can.
On the head.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, just roll on.
I believe in you.
20.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to find a lot of the equipment things that they would probably use.
Cool.
And in the middle of you walking around, you actually find like not a wheelbarrow, but something with wheels in it that you can just pile everything in and just drag it behind.
I see I'm pretty much everything in my head anyway.
A lot of the bigger stuff wouldn't fit in the head.
I've got
Grow
my.
to a size that could
The
fit.
bag of holding would not allow you to put the bigger things into your head.
I've got my.
Jesus, those would be massive. Okay.
Yeah, the table equipment and things.
I could use my thing, couldn't I?
What, a physical table with stuff on, like a table built in with stuff?
Yeah.
No, I'm just looking for
You're
loose
just
bits and
loose
tools.
bits.
But I've got my pocket of holding.
I mean, if you want to take a table with a pocket holding, you could do that.
It's like, do you need a hand butter?
This may be useful.
Alright,
This
let
may
me.
be useful.
We'll just like, we'll both
This
grab
may
on the
be
ends of it like a sheet,
This
put it
may be
down, and then we'll lift up the table, put it in. Yeah. Where does it go? Oh, there's somebody still in there.
There's still like a dead body, a couple of pieces of arrows. And
Somebody
shit.
got crushed.
Oh,
Whoops.
Only putting the biggest, like the bits that won't actually fit with me.
Yeah.
Yep.
In there.
Cool. So you guys,
We've taped the drawer
you
shut.
basically take an alchemist's workshop and a blacksmith's workshop with you.
We drop an anvil in there. Oh no.
The anvil would probably work as well.
Should have thrown that first.
How heavy is the anvil?
Heavy.
That
It's
might
about
actually
85
be-
kilos.
That probably wouldn't work for them.
What's that in pounds?
whole.
Double? 160?
Yeah. Their anvils are really heavy.
Well, if it's about 80 kilos, it's about double that in pounds-ish. So about 160, 180. I'm just wondering whether I can actually physically lift it. And yes, I could. In theory. But cool, more about, cool, sweet, fold it up, hand it back to him.
It can be anywhere between 75 to 500 pounds.
Hear it.
So if it's a small anvil,
75.
yeah.
500 pounds.
How big? Medium, small.
So you guys are wandering back now?
I'll put that in.
First you could
Go
do
make
is
sure
you
I
could
say
first
goodbye to
something
everyone,
to
to the two of them, just because it's rude to walk off without saying goodbye.
Yep.
And
Must
then,
be a hell of a
yeah,
speed.
there would, you,
I got all over
we
it.
shall go to, we shall go to the library next.
Alright.
And then we'll go downstairs.
We can save that for next time.
And you first.
Fade to black.
Okay, so
It's like full comatose all over a book.
as you guys are travelling back, switch back to Tiefling in the market, who's now wandering down a side street. And you're looking at the different numbered addresses and things.
Kind of.
And you come
She
to
wanted
this
to make
sort of
workshop.
nonchalant looking building.
Literally bringing you the workshops that you need.
Righty ho then.
The alchemist workbench.
Knock.
The workbench for
Um,
fun.
Why
There's
not
silence
just
for a
leave
moment,
it in the house
and then
so
you
that
hear
we have
something
food?
scuffle,
You can take it back.
and then the door opens, and there's a woman standing there.
Yeah, if I
Hi.
can bring it to you, I can take
Hi.
it back.
Can I help you?
Yeah.
But
I
know you
just
guys are doing
registered
stuff like that, so I figured
at the office back there. Adventurer's office.
Okay.
What is this?
This is my house.
Okay. So why have I got this address written on this piece of paper?
I don't know why you have this address written on this piece of paper.
Are you rolling for strange?
Who are you?
I'm Agatha.
Agatha?
Agatha Christie.
Not Christy, something. Agatha.
Crispy.
What's that stuff that the like?
She makes
fat
delicious
stuff you
chicken.
use? Yeah, Agatha Crisco. No wait, Crisco's is the thing. That's not it.
I'm Agatha. I'm a housewife.
Housewife to who?
Did you remember housewife? She's supposed to. She forgets who she is.
Housewife to
New
who?
Zealand stuff.
My husband John.
John at the adventurer shop.
No, my son works there though.
Oh fuck! Which one?
Both of them actually.
Oh,
Jeremy and Jeremy the second.
I hope Mum likes her. Me too.
she's our girlfriend.
One of our friends, so we're going drinking.
Agatha Crimelta. That's the one I was thinking.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
That's how you picked up on what's happening now.
We put the Crimelta into the filter.
Okay, alright, this can go. This is weird.
Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Talk to your son.
Your son's weird and messed up, man.
Your son told me to come here. You might want to investigate that.
I want to fucking creepy.
It's alright, I dropped them on the head while they were babies.
Oh, Jesus.
It is the village way.
As you leave, you hear her close the door behind you, and Mark's standing right behind you as you turn and look back and goes,
That's no.
Are we done here?
Can you go knock on the door and try?
What are you saying? What am I doing?
And knock on the door and pick up the woman.
Maybe not.
Kill that wife.
Pick her up?
Yeah, pick her up so I can go and look inside the house.
Oh, you want me to stop her from moving?
Two are definitely.
I can do that. He walks up and...
Don't hurt her or kill her.
No, I understand. He knocks on the door.
Yeah, good luck
Does
with
he
that.
actually?
No. That deserves a roll.
He turns back and goes, my way?
No.
Oh, how?
Put it in the papoose.
Oh, okay. He turns, knocks on the door. The woman opens. Yes. Bart goes, hi, it's your turn in the papoose. She goes, I'm sorry, what? He walks over, picks her up, hugs her, smacks his shoulder, and the papoose looks on around her, and then he still hugs her, turns back and goes, she's not going anywhere now. And this woman's like, guards! Guards! Bart turns to you. Should I make her be quiet?
No. just I'm sorry. He just wants to give you a hug. He's a simpleton. He'll put him down. He'll put you down.
Guards!
Take him out. Take her out the papoose.
Was your plan?
I was gonna go and have a look in the house.
But let's go. She drops out of the papoose, gets up, and bolts into the street, screaming, guards! Running towards the market.
She has 2 retard sons. They don't have anything.
Okay.
Bart turns and goes, she's not in the way anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna get in the papoose, I'm gonna slap you, we're gonna go back to the ship ASAP.
The way she went, or...
No, ship way, other way.
That way.
Yep.
Okay, you have to direct me.
Flick, go.
Okay.
Flick.
So you will basically bolt this way.
Yep, that's fine.
Down through the streets this way.
Yep.
You get to about here, and Bark in mid-run will go, Johnny went to a place there once! Pointing as you look to the side.
There's a sign.
It looks like some hookers standing outside one of the buildings.
There's also a sign there going, most valuable customer.
That's inside.
No, it's outside. That's not
point here. Which way do you want to go?
Towards the gate, this way.
Towards that way? Right, he turns and bolts that way.
Yep.
By the time you guys have gotten here, Luggage and Johnny, if they haven't dawdled too much in the cave, will have gotten out and are in the middle of heading back. So you've got to the gate to leave outside of this town, and you basically meet the guards at the gate there.
Yep.
I'm more just wondering whether he will just walk straight out through the door after we teleport. Because we didn't. I turned on the defences when I left. When I came back.
I always go first. I'm very nervous, as every time I'm in a castle or fortress or solitude, things go wrong.
Anyway, as he walks towards it, I'll turn it off as the thing goes.
Yeah, the suit of armour starts building up in front of you, and then it suddenly just crumbles.
Oh, that's it. Need to get me one of those.
Johnny.
Yes.
You must turn off the defences.
Oh, right.
Or you will have to fight it. Would you like to fight it?
Sure, you know what?
Cool, I'll turn it back on and watch. So when they're all...
Trial by fire!
Let everyone else deal with their shit, and he can have a fight.
Yeah, I'll fight with my thing.
I have to find the old stats for that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam.
And I finally become a full-fledged member. That's what I'm thinking.
This is truly passing the trial. This will mean that you have earned your gem.
Nice. I get a second gem.
You can give it to me!
No. You'll have a way easier time of this than me.
You also can't get a second gem. If you try and pull out another one, it just makes the first one turn off.
Oh, okay.
Well, I tried that already.
Are you standing by the controls and watching him fight?
Yeah, I'm going to hold back there. What's the distance from there to the fight as such?
There's about 20, 30 feet between the controls, so you
I'll
can
do that.
watch from a distance.
So I can actually help fight if needed. Or just turn it off. We'll see how badly it happens. But yeah, let everyone else deal with their things and you can have a fight afterwards.
Cool. So
there's not much we can.
I'll be back quickly.
We can start with the fight next time.
Yeah, it might end up being a case.
That's all good.
Actually, depending how well you pull off something. So you'll make it back to the airship, and as you get to at the airship there, there's a bunch of guys on the outside of this ship, it's about midday at the moment, and they're sort of like there's like some construction site stuff sort of set up, and they're sort of hammering things inside of the ship because they're all fixing it up.
Ah, shit. Where's the bear?
You just scream that at them?
Yeah. Where's the bear?
At this point, he's saving a kid from a kidnapping.
Yeah, you scream that. One of the guys goes, "The bear?" Sort of turns back and mutters something to one of the other guys who's up at the top part of the deck and goes, "It's over there," pointing somewhere on the deck.
Please let it just be a statue of the bear's accomplishments that day.
Can I call the bear down?
Yeah. I'm going to shout out his name to get his attention. Can you remember his name?
No.
Roll me a history to see if you can remember his name.
I can't remember.
It's not terrible.
No, but it won't be good enough. Yeah, it's 12.
Okay. I was going to say, if 10 or up, you'll remember it's Falcor the bear.
Falcor!
Yes, the very much bear name Falcor.
You hear this noise of a grumble, and this bear head pops over, and then a fairy dragon head pops over that.
They're both wearing crowns.
And they both kind of look down at you.
Hi, Goose. Falcor, come here.
Falcor just steps off, and Goose just sort of hovers in the air as Falcor just drops, and just kind of... And Falcor just sort of lands daintily in front of you, and then Goose lands onto the back of Falcor.
3 things.
Falcor looks at you.
That's what you said. First, I pissed off some guards. Second,
Falcor immediately goes, "How am I supposed to help with that?"
You're not. I'm just telling you this. I need someone to vent to. Second.
Just wanted you to know, but...
Second, do you want to go get some fish? I'll fish for you.
That sounds like fun.
Third, look at this cool motherfucking hood I got.
Bear appears in front. The fairy dragon immediately flaps up in the air and then hovers around both of you. Falcor kind of steps around, sort of walks around you a bit.
Right.
And he stops when he's behind you.
Stands in front
Can
of you.
Falcor roll for strange?
and sits down and sort of looks at you.
It's me! What did you mean by that?
The illusion wasn't moving when I stood next to it.
God damn it! It's a shit illusion.
I liked the illusion, but if things come close, they will be able to know immediately it's fake. It looks cool though.
I wanted to look like you so you didn't feel alone.
As you're taking your hand away, you hear this, "But I'm the only me."
Wait, if you put the hood on and you're standing, because it's meant to be on all fours, you just look straight up.
Yes, we've established that already.
Oh, okay. That's terrifying.
What makes the bottom legs? Or does it look like he's pretty much just on its
You
ass?
know those
Yeah,
sort
like
of
floating.
cheap Transformer toys that have basically the bottom half that's the person form, and then you flip them over in their animal form? That's basically what it looks like. And it'll be Dio standing in the middle in the cloak and this bear illusion around.
Yep, so...
You need to find someone who can upgrade it. Put some gems in it or something.
Or just learn polymorph.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm gonna go fish. Hide from the guards underwater because I fucked up.
Falcor and Bart will follow.
That's fine, I'll feed them too. I will feed the fools and myself.
And we will end it there with Drew and Fitz messing around with the cockpit. And we will begin the next episode. The battle
Trial by combat.
of a trial by combat of Johnny versus the thing with the party form.
God, I hope there's like a
It's
wall.
not the skeleton thing, right? It's the actual construct.
It's the construct thing.
I really hope there's a wall of weapons I can choose from.
No.
It's basically a planetary arena.
And then,
Man, I've done great in those in the past.
if you'd like after that, I could show you where the gauntlet came from.
God, I hope there's a sick
I don't think you'd have to go through the beginning trial, which means
I can't go backwards.
you can't go backwards.
I can still show him. Just shove his head into the air pocket, grow big enough, shove you in there, close the door, go under and put you in start. Make you walk through the whole thing and fall asleep. Anyway,
I'm gonna come out like an extra level higher. I'm so muscly.
Anywho,
It's not all.
chaos of next time.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Bye all.
Bye bye.
Bye, one.